ways. Now listen, ain't it crazy? Wish you the best on your journey. Last time I saw you, lady, last time I saw you, we were walking other ways. We were walking other ways. Now listen, ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Wish you the best on your journey. Wish you the best.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you guys celebrate. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing a green screen shirt. Oh, well, not really a green screen. It's green. It just is this even green? It feels like it's blue. It looks blue, but for some reason it recognizes the green somewhere in there. Yo, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a good one. We're gonna host our final, well, not final technically, well, I don't know, I was gonna say like final, 5v5 duels for the holidays, but like we're still gonna do them next week, I think, for the New Year's and stuff. Because it'll be 30th and 31st, and we should still be able to get some groups together. I know for AU, we'll should be able to. For NA, we'll see how it goes. How y'all doing though? Welcome back, yo. Let me get some groups up and running right now. Let me go change my t-shirt in just a little bit. How y'all doing? Welcome back, dude. That first song is crunchy. I liked it. Let's get it back up and running here in a second, boys. How y'all doing though? Welcome back, boys. Let's have some fun, yeah? Before the holiday season really begins. You know what I mean? The green screen detects the high level of green required to make the hue bloom. Thank you so much, Fairy, for letting us know why it's doing that. I appreciate you. I'm hopping on WoW to this 5v5, then I'm back on Guild Wars 2. You play Guild Wars 2? What the? Yo, I'd give that game a try. Not a bad game. I'm just really bad at the PvP mechanics of like dodge rolling, man. I'm just not good at it. Spending a Christmas Eve leveling the last characters was an expected turn. Yo, I mean, might as well, yeah? Have some fun leveling, dude, because Dragonflight so far has been really a bop, man. Me and Craig were talking about it just yesterday, I think. It doesn't really feel like holidays. I don't feel like Christmas. But that's probably because, like, we're constantly doing something in WoW all the time. Like, constantly. So, you're not really waiting for, like, the holidays. We're kind of like, we're already having fun, experiencing the good times. You know what I mean? Is this loud? It's definitely loud in my ears, but I'm kind of liking it. Let me hop on 12 out of 13. You got all... You've been grinding, huh? I haven't even got my Druid maxed out yet, man. I thought I've been grinding too. What the? WTO, duplicate message. You're good, my guy. You're good. I only see one. Oh wait, I do see two. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, when playing with friends, group is definitely fun. Hell yeah, my man. I think any game with friends is fun, honestly. Any game with friends is fun as hell. Let's get a couple of duels tonight. Let's see if we get some variety in here, man. Bring me your weird builds. Bring me your odds, because if any of them do make himself work in 5v5 duels, that'll be fantastic, man. I want to see that variety tonight. Alrighty, let me start a group right now over in the Raids Legacy. Start a group, call it 5v5 1v1 Duels. Yeah, sure got some holes in it. It's just a socket, chat. It's just, you know what? When they say like, oh, my ring got a hole in it or my braces got a hole in it, it just means I can put a socket in that thing. You know what I mean? I'm thinking save up a primary stat versatility gem for that bad boy. You know what I mean? Let me go change my shirt real quick in chat. I wouldn't know. It's all good, all good. Let me be right back. Yo, we got a group open in LFG Molten Core. Just look it up in our Legacy Raids for 5v5 1v1 Duels. I misspelled duels entirely. Duels massive. Yo, let me go and park myself. Haste is in here. How you doing, my guy? I want to see how good Shadow Priest are. I know that they had a one shot last week. This week, though, they've gotten buffed in their spike build, mind blast, periodic damage all enhanced by 10%. Like, they should be good, I imagine. But we will see just how good they are tonight, boys. Yo, let me be right back, change out the shirt, and and then we'll get the duels up and running. Yeah, sign up for groups, by the way. We need a second one as well. We need a second group, but sign up when you get a chance, boys. BRB.
Apart and bury me all in my head alone, calling your name but only feel the cold. I sense the change in energy, all of my fuse is blown. The fire burns inside, dead in a bonfire.
Oh, man. Shadow? Yo, Shadow Rust? What is it? Shadowist. How you doing, Shadowist? Get in the, in here. Show us the big, moist damage. Yo, I just took these shirts, by the way. I had these shirts in a dryer last night, but they were kind of like still damp from last night. So I, 5? Oh, okay then. All right. Nike apparently got a second group at the ready, boys. I didn't realize this man was already at the ready. We need 3 more to verse against my man, Night King. Yo, calling upon all the boys, man. We need more bodies in here. We need more of the boys that can fight versus the king himself. Are we coming back as that Frost CK? Are we on that warrior? My man, how you doing? You sure? Yeah, sure got holes in it. Dude, I got these shirts out just now from a dryer. I thought it was a little bit damp this morning, but I got them back. I got 3. Wait, Chicago, hold on. You got 3? Hold on a second. I got 2 just for you. I got 2 for you then. Hold on. I got 2 for you. Yo, Haste and Shadow. Is there a group available? Browse groups. Is there one up and running? Wait. Oh. Hey, boys, there is a second group in Raids Legacy hosted by Chicago. Join up with Chicago and then we have 2 groups ready. Process garbage on Holy gets some mega buffs despite already being way better. DS nerf already killed the FVK in PvP. So much easier to get with necrotic wound self-healing. You think so? Okay. Yo, Haste, you too. Join Chicago and we got a second group. That's unfortunate here, Night King, man. You know what? I feel like you would be one of the people who wouldn't give up on Frost and would just keep trucking with it. I get it. Not in a great spot, but I feel like you were always the man who was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep fighting on through him. Join up with Chicago, boys. I'm gonna list here because we got Chicago with a group apparently. Chicago with a group. Haste, join up with them and you'll be good to go, my man. Hey, wait, or maybe no. I saw the created 5 minutes ago part. And I thought maybe they had 5 people. Hey, Chicago has a group in LFG. Raids Legacy. Make sure you join them. Now we're good. Now we're good, boys. Let's go. Oh my God, here we are. First duels of the day, boys. Night King and Chicago. What do I throw you guys into, man? No cooldown. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry I gotta do it to you. Wait, what? Working request failed. What I messed up? It's Chicago with a Q, right? Oh, no, that's why. No cooldown. We never get to do... Okay, for some reason I still messed it up. Night King in Chicago. What am I messing up here? Get us in now? I'm trying, man. Night King, Night King. Night King, Night... Okay, Chicago with a Q, Chicago with a Q. What am I messing up here, man? It says working request failed. Is anybody of you offline on reality? Night King, let me double check. Sure, it's Chicago, actually. Chicago, you're online. You're fine. Night King, Night King, Night King. Both of you are on. It's a working request failed. Okay, hold on. Let me try to retap it again. Night King and Chicago. 5. The Grand? Okay, the Grand apparently works. Alright, apparently the Grand works. I'm gonna get you through as many games as I can tonight, boys. Yo, we got ourselves a full 5-man groups, 2 of them, man. We got ourselves the full setup with the boys at the ready. And the first game for the Grand is already set up. Hopefully we'll be able to get in quite easily. Again? Okay, hold on. I'll queue us up right now, I guess. Wait. Let's try no cooldown. Maybe that's what I need to know. No cooldown. Because I did in a Grand, but I think I can re-queue you guys to another one, no cooldown. Yeah, there we go. So that's what we're gonna do to bypass the weird LGQs. Is just queue for a whole nother different arena. I feel like that's how we're gonna be able to bypass it. Maybe. Who knows? But we got ourselves no cooldown as the first arena of the night, man. Let's have some fun tonight, boys. Yeah, let's have some fun this evening with the 5V5 1v1 duels. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all of you. Throw everything on the arena floor, man. Bring everything in. Throw it onto the ground. Leave it all here on the floor. Not to have to do it. Don't mind me. I'm just here to share my suffering 3 hours solo queue. Yo, guys, why weren't you here yesterday, man? We were doing some 5v5 duels. I would have loved to see some of the new Destro Warlock buffs. Hopefully we'll see Rev on here as well for even more Destro Warlock action. How you doing, my guy? Yeah, I gotta do some solo queue, man. I've been doing some 2s with a guild of mine, and it's been working surprisingly well. Demo Outlaw? I don't know how I'm living like for more than 2 seconds, but like it actually feels kind of nice, honestly. But yeah, man, how you doing? I hope you have a good one. Just pushing shuffles? Hell yeah, my man. Dude, a lot of people seem to like shuffles. They're pretty good, except the solo, the long queues. They did say they're working on a fix for it, so hopefully they'll have one maybe after the holidays, yeah? Alrighty, boys. Let's get ourselves the first team. Switch. First team of the day, we got ourselves DJ Flag over on the Hunter at the ready with that survival. Got the Spirit, got the full set to it. With Daniel, CEO, gonna be first up player now, but it's gonna be hit with a rank in the opener, setting up some bleeds on a Hunter. Immediate intimidation stun with the freezing trap on top of it as it sees the trick out of the Feral Druid. What is happening with your eyeballs, by the way? It's almost like I can see through your eyes. What is that? Wait, it's a set. Nyalotha, wall up for Daniel, as it's going to be some coolness on a DJ Flex, trying to stay aggressive, is going to go for survival defense. Massive harpoon reversal onto Daniel, though. Man, that is actually so much output right now for the survival hunter. Daniel, maybe behind the pillar, licking his wounds, got himself thorns, but still trying to go for a bit of recovery. Needs a swarm, needs the healing over time in order to help him get back up to his full 4 feet. Gotta be Daniel. I actually like that set a lot. It looks great. I would have thought you would have went for like a red kitty on top of it to kind of match that mog. Traps getting set up all around the corner. Daniel looks like he isn't going to be peeling away out of this pillar. Is going to try to see if he can power shift out. Charge Trap going to stop him. Flex just trying to maybe give himself a little bit of a limited opportunity. Going to be shrinking as soon as he gets stunned up by Daniel. Trying to remove these bleeds immediately. Daniel does get a little bit of health recovery over all of them. Trying to go for a bit of a sprint, going for a bit of slashes out in the open, wildly thrashing around in the air, but doesn't quite catch the hunter, skulking right next to him, just a few feet away. Trap's getting laden for this Feral Druid. Steel Trap with a charge trap around that pillar, but the Feral's going to walk out of it. He knows that he has a hunter's mark, and that's going to be DJ. Immediately trying to purge him off on your buffs. Stun Intimidation to follow. DJ got a full death shock him onto Daniel. Big damage potentially. Got himself a spearhead charge and trying to see if he can ramp up this massive Mongoose bites, but it's going going to be a big main by the Feral Druid. Trying to see if he gets some back-to-back bites on the DJ. DJ with a fake death does remove all the bleeds, but Daniel still has himself big cooldown. Decoration at the ready. Going to be a charge trap, slowing down the Feral with a steel trap. Bleed to follow. It is going to add a little bit of pressure to the Feral Druid. Has the thorns for a moment. Moon firing onto the pet. Trying to catch up to GG with a big old bite, but GG Flex does get a reset. You know what? I call him DJ Flex all the time, by the way. It's actually DG Flex, but DJ Flex, I don't know, it just rolls off the tongue a little bit better. I guess I could call him Flex, right? I guess I could just call him Flexi. Flexi boy, Flexi man right here. Gonna be a Flex down on the floor for a second with a Manic Bandage to follow. Steel Trap for the kitty. Does want to try to avoid it. Steel charge up on one side. Knows the Steel Trap, Phase Trap potentially. Trying to see if he can sprint towards DJ Flex. Again, just the DG part. I'm just so hard stuck at that one. Flare down by the Hunter, trying to avoid the Feral Druid. The man can even potentially go for a Prowl. Camo for the Hunter. Again, Wildest Slash is actually kind of close to the pet. If he's playing the Bounce Affinity, he'll have a little bit extra reach on him too. Or is there, I guess as long as you run in Boomy form. How do you even get Bounce Affinity now? Where you can have a little bit of reach in your abilities. Do you pick a Boom Kit form for that? You may, maybe? I'm not even sure. I'll need to go look into it again. Because it used to be like an affinity you pick. But now, how do you get your Sarah's Gift? I don't think you do, right? You don't get that extra range. But maybe it's just going Boomy for me, dude. Maybe it's baked into another passive. Big kill shots by Flex as Daniel not in the greatest spot. Gonna be a quick maim onto Flex. Does he have enough damage? Big Blades coming up. Gonna be immediately cleared before the Feral goes in for a massive ramp up. This is where the Flex trying to see if he can set up some bleeds of his own with every Mongoose bite. While Spearhead is active, attaching the extra bleed. Kill command's gonna be more effective. Phase the trap as a Feral trying to see if he can potentially get out of that situation. Trinkets for it. Flex may just have him here. Scatter shot to follow. Flex kind of limping. Not really doing all that heavy, all that healthy. Big bites of all the Death Fate Death for a second. He thought he had him, but oh my god, he still does get him either way though. Daniel CEO shows us why he's the man running this company. With Linthania gonna be up next. Looking like a guard of the Gilnean army. Actually got himself more of like a cosplay rather than like a cool mog. Just trying to go for like a quintessential guard appearance, which I kind of like the look of it. Get a shot on Daniel with the sepsis. Big damage. Gonna be ambushes for the Outlaw Rogue. Double ambushes follow wall for Daniel. May want to clear that sepsis whenever possible. Then it's gonna ramp up some damage. Wall this damage off with a bar skid, but it's gonna be the Feral at no hell. Does get himself a shortest stone onto Linthania, but the quick dispatch does dispatch with the Feral Druid. Shadowrist. Shadow? I'll call it Shadow. It's gonna be up next. Trying to see if we can trap down Linthania into place for a second with a Sonic Totem. Get a shot by the Rogue. Going for a couple ambushes. Sees a trinket out of the Shaman. Could go for a blind. Does go for the blind. This is the perfect opportunity to blind the man and just go behind the pillar as the guy just ascends into a god. Played the normal ascendance, not the proc ascendance. So this is his most damage comes out right then and there. The most amount of output. Linthania took a little bit of hits. Was able to get himself a quick blind reset, but still not in a fantastic position. Defensively, I don't know where the evasion is at. I don't know why Blizzard... I hope Blizzard does add evasion for Outwork at some point. It was also a meme like, oh, why did they not have an evasion on the bars? Well, with the cooldown reduction, they almost always have it up, so you might as well just assume it's always up. But nowadays, like... I just would like to be able to track it, because I don't know if like, they just walk into this will save, or maybe potentially sorry. Gonna be stunned onto Shadowrist as the Rogue just absolutely rampaging through them. Ambushes back to back. Episode Drone Rush. That's going to be Dance on top of it with an evasion. It does have an evasion this time around. Shadowrist is kind of limited what they can really do unless it can last down the Rogue. Then maybe in a bit of trouble. Does have himself a disarm. Going to be a stun totem onto Linthania. Could be pretty bad for them right now. Frost Strike to follow. Sepsis out from Linthania. Could potentially maybe bleed out and poison down the Shaman. Try to see if he can reposition away. Shadowrist does go for a little bit of a heal. You look at the chase after Linthania as they got pistol shots firing out back to back. Massive Storm Strike with advantage by the Rogue. And Shadowrist using the Maelstrom generated by all those ghostly raptors to heal himself back up to full. May want to go pick up the eyes. He realizes that he has an advantage over the Rogue right now. If he can get a flame shock on the Rogue before he can get sapped up, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Earth Elemental already kind of running next to him, giving him a little bit of a bolstered health bar. But Shadow is looking for the Rogue. The way the pillars are set up in the massive wall in the middle, it may be a little bit difficult. I think for the Rogues, it may be kind of advantageous actually. I'll let you guys decide. Like, if you guys don't like this arena a lot, we can actually not do this. I kind of like the looks of this arena, but if you guys have complaints about it, let me know in the chat immediately. So far, I've enjoyed it over our time in the beta, and I felt like it wasn't really super. But if the only class that got benefit from this arena was like the Warlock with like all the ports and the distances that you can cover in the middle area with gateways. But like besides that, I completely hated this arena. Chrysler hates it. But Chrysler also likes Toveron, so Toveron is a fantastic arena for 2s and 3s, but he likes it for 1v1s, which means he's a madman. You gotta... Toveron's terrible for 1v1s, man. It's... But you're the other way around. I trolled the entire game. You're fine, Billy. You're fine, honestly. You did fantastic. Honestly, not the only game you're gonna play tonight. So you'll have plenty of time, plenty of opportunity to go again. I like Mogambala the most. Mogambala is so much worse in this arena. It's even worse for like mobile classes. Like monks and rogues will kite you forever. There's actually no way to stop them and find them. There's actually a couple of minutes went by, and so far Litadia finally opens up onto the Shadow Risk. Shrink it out of the Shaman into a blind. Oh my goodness. Litadia was able to get trinkets out of this guy so easily. At this point, should have a lot of cooldowns coming back. Killing Spree, Blade Rush, potentially even Sepsis. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Shadow Risk trying to see if he can maybe catch Litadia, and it wasn't even far off either. The eyes are, I think, not, I'm not seeing this over there, but they're not available for either one just yet. Shadow Risk trying to go for a couple of Storm Strikes, no more Trinket, so Lentenia has himself a good go right here. Shadow Risk could potentially go for a lot of Maelstrom, trying to go for a bit of healing. It's going to be Battle Master Trinket, isn't enough, the Dwarven Ratio to remove the poison, but Lentenia does end up having him. Couple of stabs, couple of slashes, couple of strikes, couple of pistol shots fired away, and was able to take him down with Chicago going to be up next. Eyes are up. Lentenia does go for a Cloak of Shadows. Maybe trying to make sure there's no Flame Shock ticking on him. And Chicago could potentially go pick it up the other eyes right here. What kind of a build does Chicago run? I'm seeing Ghost Wolves, Interrupt. I'm not really seeing much else in terms of like totems though. So I wonder, that could actually be kind of interesting. The way that these groups kind of set up their talents as well. Like the Shaman, the other Shaman took Tremor for the fears from the Shadow Priest potentially. But Chicago didn't. So it's interesting how people are going to be able to like customize their class and the kid they want to run with. But for now, Lentenia is buying themselves some time. Got himself a couple of Chicago just has to wait out for the rogue. Going to be double ambush into a kidney shot. More double ambushes into a pistol. Massive burst out of the rogue with the sepsis to follow. Got himself lots of damage. Knocked back onto Lentenia, I think. Did it try to go for human racial? Might have actually tried to go for human racial. So no way to trinket out of any kind of CC anymore. Chicago does get hit with a disarm. Can they potentially survive this though? It's going to be Lentenia trying to see if he can back up out of it completely. Any flame shocks rolling on the rogue? They do. This is where Chicago can push the offensive. The eyes are available on the far side of the arena, so Chicago has a choice: either stay where they are and wait for the rogue to open back up again and maybe capitalize on it, or pick up the eyes, maybe playing aggressively, does get a root onto the rogue, could potentially get him in combat, does see them, no stabs by the rogue, could go for a kidney shot, building comp points off of that elemental. So as long as Chicago has an answer here, they might be okay. Does go for a knockback and a root onto the rogue. The double shield knockback and go for a couple of frost checks there too. Could be pretty good for Chicago. Just keeping the rogue at a distance. As Lentenia building up a couple of common points. The Earth Elemental is going to be able to keep the rogue at least controlled. At least got out of stealth for a little bit here. So this is kind of nice for Chicago. Can expect the rogue. Going to be a rogue closing in for the kidney shot. Chicago expected though. Could trick in this. Do they need to knock back into the rogue again? Just bumped against the wall, and it's going to be full set of pets available. Doesn't Lentenia survive? There's going to be a grapple hook over. Chicago getting kind of low on health, but Chicago just trying to see if they can maybe play out the long game here. Going to be a blade rush for the rogue stun onto Lentenia. Does Chicago get to lock him down? Does Wallace in case something's going wrong? That's going to be yet another Cloak of Shadows. Lentenia trying to go for yet more ambushes. A big ambush kidney shot onto Chicago. Force it out, trick it out of him. With an invasion to follow. Does Chicago have any answers? Root onto the rogue. It's going to be a sepsis. Oh! Lentenia does not let the enhanced shaman escape at all. Quick sepsis with a blade rush. Trying to make sure they can get him low enough and let the dots do work. With iFox going to be up next. Another survival hunter at the ready. Got himself a full Dark Ranger look. I like the way that it looks overall. Gonna be the pet sent out on Lentenia, sniping out the rogue with a Serpent Sting around the corner. I almost haven't seen people use Serpent Sting in PvE at least. Stone onto Lentenia, big grenades, does have a chicken for it, vanish or outro, flare down is gonna be getting Lentenia out, does have dots on him rolling either way, needs to send the pet out of the rogue immediately. If you can get the pet of the rogue, you'll be just fine. Freezer Trap, I feel like the Freezer Trap would have missed, I felt like it flew past ya. But apparently got you either way. Gonna be Lentenia with a Shadow Dance. Get a shot onto iFox. Death Shock him ripping right through them. iFox taking a bit of damage though. The rogue goes in for a blind onto the hunter. Try to see if he can reposition away from another side of the pillar. Does have a hunter's mark on him. Avoiding the pet. May catch a re-stealth. But the hunter's mark is always going to keep you out in the open. Gouge into the pet. But I don't know if you have an out anymore. Unless you have an evasion right here. I think it might be done and done. Unless you get an evasion this moment right now. Sepsis onto the main pet. Get a shot. You're just trying to kill the pet. Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, and the kill shot comes through. Unless you got an evasion for that one, there's nothing you can do. Tree gonna be up next, trying to see if he can potentially get himself the teeth and the fangs sank into iFox, but iFox with a camo, quick mending advantage. This is where Tree needs to find. Does he go for the random AoEs or do you pick up the eye? He wants to go for the precision find of the hunter. So he's gonna pick up the eyes just to make sure he doesn't randomly get caught out on the freezing trap trying to AoE thrash him out. Swarm getting sent in onto iFox by the looks of it. It is gonna attach to him. It is gonna do a bit of damage as well. The dynamic kind of resets. Tree trying to see if he can charge up towards iFox. Big leap to follow. It's going to be iFox with the feign death immediately. Maybe laden traps for Tree. Does he go for a trick it here? I think he wants to, but knows he shouldn't. Barskin for the death shock and stun to follow. Does check it out. That's what iFox goes in for some big damage with coordinated assault. That's what Tree trying to see if he can counter pressure it with a wall of his own. Got incarnation rolling. This way he wants to stay as aggressive as possible. Leaping right after iFox. Does iFox have anything stunned to follow? That's going to be a trick and maybe Turtle Shell. No! But the man goes down either way. That is unfortunate. That was so much damage output by the both of them. But unfortunately, the hunter does go down with the Pharaoh just putting in all of it. All of it on the table. Gonna be a stunner to Tree with a couple Executes, but Haster taking him out easily versus Alf as the last one left over for the team one. Wait, where's Night King, by the way? Did he bail? Oh, hopefully he wasn't DC'd or anything. Gonna be Haste with the Dark Ascension, massive eruptions as AMS, no longer available for Alpha anymore. That's gonna be mad damage. Haste, I don't know if he's got much left here. No, that's gonna be dispersed. But what can he do for you? I don't even know if he can do much. As Alpha is just absolutely ripping right through you. Oh no. That was some high dampening gameplay at the end there, man. Super high dampening game. Linthania taking these boys 3-0 as an out, or 3-1. Disconnecting my battle. Oh, you good, oh good, oh good, oh good. Yeah, that was a high dampening game anyway, chill pills. I feel like that's why like maybe you guys should send out Death Knights first so they can actually do any kind of healing, you know what I mean? Let me know when your teams are guys ready, or if you guys need more help inviting more people in, I can get you boys in here, yeah? Let me know, let me know. Let's get another one going, man. That was a good one off the bat. Just about everybody except for 1DC got to play, which I like seeing. A really bad freeze of last night, power went out, been spotty. That's all good, chill. Don't worry about it, my man. Hey, I'm happy. We'll try to see if we can get you to play, you know? Maybe we'll have you go first or something. Can't do much. Yeah, all that damp, there's not much you can do about it. That Rogue versus Shaman game, the Rogue did not want to come out at all. So we can maybe go for like smaller arenas so stuff like that happens less. So Nokudon I love, but we won't do Nokudon too much. I just like the way the arena looks. So Chicago's ready. We'll see if Night King is ready. And Chopaz is ready. While we figure out if Kim's ready, I'm going to save the audio. Because I need to be better at that, doing that ahead of time. Are we at 40? Yeah, we gotta catch up to the EU boys. They're at like 50? 60? I don't even remember. I'm gonna sidelines, so the spot is free. Sounds good, Vower, sounds good. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, boys. Whatever you boys celebrate. Hey, Dalaran, good Christmas Eve. Thanks so much, Cockles. Merry Christmas to you too, my guy. What's going on? What's up, Robbie? Hope you're having a good one. Come on, star, we're better Del Ferro. Yo, can somebody tell me what Juan said? Wait, like armory for the feral druid? Yo, can you, Billy, can you link your armory over in the Discord, like in the general section? Yo, Juan, check out our Discord general section. Billy's gonna link stuff there. If he does. Let's see though. Ready? All right. Let's give you guys a good old Nagran, man. The good old Nagran. Nokudon is awesome, but Nagran, man. How do you compete against the perfect arena? There's no better arena than that. Nagran is actually perfect. And we'll see if we can get ourselves the Blackrock Halls, the Lord Orans, the Dalaran Suez, everything that isn't like a huge, massive arena. I like throwing you guys into more compact elements. Give me a sec. Yeah, all good, my guy. All good. Yeah. It's just, you can't really link links in the chat unless you're a mod. So maybe like Kren could link the feral druid in the chat afterwards. But that's like the only place where you could like really get the links. That's why I'm like, yo, you guys should do Discord just because YouTube chat just doesn't work properly. Plus, I like hanging out with you boys in Discord. You know what I mean? I like chilling with you boys. So that's saved. I don't have to keep it open. Dude, I like this song a lot, by the way. Don't mind me if I restart this one. I like this one a lot. The Twitch. Been enjoying DF. Finally got into a plus one Bear. Let's go, Coggles. Yeah, Bear's not bad. Bear ain't bad. I don't know how popular they are, but they're definitely not a terrible tank. And have you seen the buffs coming to bear druids in the 1005? It looks so good on PTR, man. Raise could be an insanely strong AoE ability. I'm excited for it. Got ourselves, switch. Got ourselves Shield Pill's gonna be first up on the approach versus Haster, as the man is getting strangulated immediately, blind to fall right after Shield, playing that unholy Death Knight. So far, the Frost has taken a bit of a slumber until Blizzard could fix it up, but Unholy is where it's at. Haster with it dispersed immediately under a ton of pressure. The whole army of the undead is upon him, so maybe it's a good idea that he's rotating a big defensive 4, a big cooldown out of the Death Knight. Quick interrupt on the Shadow. Haster may be in a bit of trouble, may have to go a little bit more defensive, try to go for a bit of a Dark Ascension. The Void Bolts are flying out, but Chills is already on the other side of the village, trying to avoid the Void Eruption. Does get hit with at least one of those Void Bolts either way, though. Haster got him some massive PI, VE as well, so should be able to get a lot of healing. Mindflay, Insanity, all the Mindflay abilities, Spikes, as well as Mind Blast should do 20% more damage right now, with all the periodic abilities doing up to 10% more. So Haze should have a lot more overall damage right now, as Chill has been mostly CCing the Shadow Priest, but a couple instant counts that Haze has been able to do to Chill Pills has been able to break through the tough exterior that is the Death Knight. Silence onto the DK for a second, cannot interrupt, cannot use certain spells and abilities while silence, but still treat death. Massive Execute on Haze are actually playing the Execute build. Are you kidding me? He's playing Soul Reaper? This man is playing Soul Reaper. He's literally playing until the Execute Death Knight. The bump your Execute damage with Reaping by a little bit. And this man just like, oh, full commit. Picking up the Soul Reaper. I'm gonna see if we can snipe these boys out with this one. It actually can do a lot of damage if it crits in particular. Oh my god, it's deadly. Gonna be Chill Pills, get a hit with the LD Blast that did nerf the LD Blast damage of the Elemental Shaman and Enhanced Shaman recently in the build by 15%. And Primordial Lightning Bolt damage is only like 75% effective instead of 50% Lightning Bolt damage, but still pretty good. It's gonna be a big IBF out of Chill Pills, trying to see if he can survive through the Shadow Rest as the man got a wall of his own. The Army of the Dead joins in. Chill Pills just needs to use everything he can just to survive the Enhancement Shaman long enough. Massive attacks comes out for the enhancement. This is what Chill Pills needs to be very careful. It's all stone on the Shadow Resist is going to be enough though. The Shadow Resist, oh, trying to go for a heal, but the Death Knight does land that Execute. Battle Master Stricken gave him a little bit extra health to work with, but borrowed all of it. It's the Valkyrie, the Abomination, the Ghouls, and the Dark Transformation that all just surrounded the Shaman and just clawed him down. It was just the primal forces versus the army, the unholy might of the Scourge clashing together in the arena. And looks like the Death won. Except in Shadowlands, where Death won, but it's more like everybody lost. I'm sorry, is Shadowlands going to be that expensive? I'm going to keep memeing from now on for the rest of the time. My goodness, maybe it's too early to call, but playing Dragonflight so far, like Shadowlands is like, oh my god, the night and day experience. Unfun versus actually fun. Gonna be Chicago up next versus Chill Pills. Did they change the build up a little bit? I don't wonder what kind of build they're going for, because there's a couple of builds for enhancement. There's Lava Lash build, there's a Storm Strike build, there's the Elemental build, which works out pretty well. But there's other builds too right now. Sunder onto Chill Pills, but looks like he may have been able to survive the first stun totem. I'm not even sure how. Maybe with the AMS. Gonna be like the last one by Chicago, trying to lock down Chill Pills, doing quite a bit of damage to him as well. Trying to see if we can walk him out of the dome as Chill Pills trying to fight in the dome. All that elemental damage absorbed by the shield. 50% of it goes into this massive aerial defensive. Big LA Blast does crack through the defense of the Chill Pills with a stun onto Chicago. Army of the Dead, someone dubbed, did shrink it out of the stun. Big grippy hand is at the ready. That's going to do quite a bit of shadow damage. Stun by the pet. Chicago maybe in a bit of trouble. Slowed down completely. Surrounded by the Abomination and the Scourge. To root to all these pets. Trying to see if he can avoid him as much as possible, but it's going to run into the army yet again. You're either avoiding the Death Knight or you're avoiding the army, but you can't avoid both. You have to make the decision, and Chicago decided, you know what, I'm just going to kind of hang out with the Horde rather than with Chill Pills. And Chicago kind of lowish on health, could potentially wall. Does have defenses, as long as they have the Maelstrom, they could potentially turn this around onto Chill Pills. As the man banked up a lot of runic power, wants to go for a bunch of death strikes, but needs to wait until he takes a big hit and then goes for a massive heal. Slow onto Chicago, maybe even a root. I don't know if Unholy Death Knights can root without Chain of Ice. Maybe they did out in the PvP talent, because I know that was the thing for Frost. It might have been, I'm not sure actually. I need to go double check on that. Lightning Lasso onto Chill Pills with a Sunder stun to follow right after. Are all these pets probably going to be double stun totem? It is a double stun totem. Though all the rest of the pets do get stunned up, but Chill Pills embrace that stun with an IBF. Just buffs up his fortitude. Ice rolling through his veins, just able to withstand the stun, the sundering effect. Gonna be massive LA Blast onto Chilled. taking a bit of damage, but a blind on Chicago gives him an escape, gives him an opportunity to go behind the pillar and recover. It's just trying to maintain mobility away from Chicago for just a little bit longer. Could go for a death pact if he could guarantee that he'll be away from Chicago for a while. Ghost tools are up. That's going to apply a little bit extra damage towards Chicago. That's going to be Maelstrom generated. Earth Elemental is going to try to see if he can secure the aggression of the Abomination, but the A-Bomb is somewhat smart enough. It is still getting aggroed by the Earth Elemental, but it's trying to hit Chicago. It's at least thinking about it, and then just gets distracted over and over. But as long as the disease from the A-Bomb is next to Chicago, that's going to do plenty of shadow damage on him. Chicago tried to avoid all these pets as Basa with the Earth Elemental trying to peel the aggro off of Chicago. Does a decent job once in a while. Stun onto the pets of Shield Post, but is going to be able to break out of it. Try to go for a grip. Chicago out in the open. Try not to let Chicago hang out behind the pillar. And the Shaman does get to escape at the last second, though. We are rolling into higher dampening. So far, Chicago has had excellent survivability, excellent mobility, and has been able to deal with the armies of the Scourge quite easily, quite handily. For chill pills, you just gotta get the Shaman out away from any kind of pillars and then lock him down with the Chain of Ice, not let him go anywhere. Gotta put a Strangulate on him. Big Strangulate, by the way, as he gets knocked back. Chicago didn't realize he had a knockback the entire time, but chill pills actually gonna use that knockback to reposition behind the pillar. Does give him a little bit of that recovery. Main pet empowered. Does chill pills have any cooldowns to follow off of that? Or most likely we'll just have to wait until another set of Army of the Dead and the Apocalypse is back up. Sunder by Chicago looks like they may have missed it. Is the main ghoul dead by chill pills? It is dead. Either sacrificed or actually just focused down by the Shaman. Big Yellow Blast cracking through the Death Days defenses. Could go for a couple of death strikes. They are reduced by 32%, so the amount of healing you can do is very, very limited. But man, these two are just in intense combat with one another. Chicago looking to maybe potentially end this duel right here. The dome does give Chilpas a little bit extra survivability. Knocking the Death Knight out in the open with a light. The lasso does have an IBF for it. Looking for a couple of death strikes. Maybe going for a death pact at some point just to give himself a little bit extra health to work with. Try to dodge the stun totem as best possible. The main pass do get stunned up though. Chilpas does need a stun. May have to go for a death pact. Could be a big blast. Oh, in Chicago. I don't even know what just hit the guy with. Was that just a big storm strike? Is that what that was? I'm not even sure, but they did blast him out with Flags gonna be up next, trying to go for a bit of a bout towards Chicago. As much of an honor duel as they can give him. Is he gonna let Chicago reheal? Does give him opportunity to reheal at 36% dampening. It's gonna be exchanged that's with one another. Honorable duel with Chicago trying to see if they can claw back that victory. Has been out of the dueling arena for quite a while, but hopefully they can make a big return here. One down, chill pills out of all the people. If they can take down Flex, maybe even this Lithania. I mean, what kind of a build you got going on, by the way? So we see Lasso. I do want to know if you're going for like a Storm Striker build. Reflect, Harpoon, back up by Flex with a Coordinated Assault. Has a lot of damage on the ready. Big Alien Blast to follow. Chicago better be extra careful. There's going to be lots of pressure out of the Hunter. The Mongoose Bites together with kill shots are going to be brutal. Does go for a bit of a Battle Master Stricken with Adrenaline Racial, giving him passive healing. That's going to be reduced, but still is going to help him counteract some of the damage. Flex is kind of low on health though. Going to be a Sun Totem. Next to Flex is going to go for Turtle Shell with a Medic Bandage while Sun Totem is right next to him. Just trying to go for a bit of recovery. Chicago had no health whatsoever. Kill shot could be the end of it, and kill shot does go through. That's unfortunate. As you do drop low with the Battle Master Trinket, kind of just like ticking out over time. Man, that is a big unfortunate. Mad unfortunate. With iFox going to be up next. Hunter versus Hunter. Survival versus survival. And based on their cooldowns in the UI, I think that maybe running a very similar build. Maybe slightly different. GG Flex does enjoy going for that double charge. He has a charge with Coordinated Assault and a charge with a Spearhead where he can like rush over to an enemy. Although GG Flex doesn't quite play like a big melee build, he does get in melee once in a while, but he mostly tries to go for Coordinated Assault for like big kill shots from a distance, throwing grenades to keep the dots rolling, or going Spearhead together with Aspect of the Eagle so he can use his Mongoose Bites to put up a bleed from a distance. So he tries to stay away from any kind of melee combat best he can, you know, to try to fight off the enemy. iFox trying to get a couple of Mongoose Bites and kill commands onto Flex. Steel Trap is going to catch it for just a second as Flex tried to play it a little bit more passively. It's going to be explosive round, I think, out to the pet. Has himself an acceleration coming back up very, very soon. No turtle shell for a while. Just trying to see if he can control iFox, I think, for a bit. Maybe try to get himself a Kama. Could potentially be Intimidation Stun, as it is going to be a feign death for just a second. iFox trick inside of it. Intimidation Stun reversal back into Flex as they do go for a Spearhead. That's going to be lots of big Mongoose by damage. Actually, massive bleed output onto iFox. Could potentially be in a bit of trouble. iFox is going to take a lot of damage from every one of those Mongoose Bites. is going to try to see if he can get some grenades back into Flex as the main pet does get frozen up, or Flex's pet maybe frozen up. Both of them get to face each other pets. Oh! And somehow Flex, I guess, gets the damage over onto iFox. Maybe a Battle Master Trick falls off. Daniel, CEO, is going to be up next, trying to go for a couple of thrashes, couple of swipes versus Flex. This Flex going to take him down right here? Hold on a second with a quick camo, trying to see if he can avoid the Feral. Does get to avoid the thrashes. Is going to back up out of there. Has a hunter's mark onto Daniel, who's looking to pick up the eyes. At this point, I don't know if he sees the traps around the corner. He may see this big massive skill trap. Looks like he does see it. Sees the freezing trap as well. Once you go around it, I think he's just trying to cut close around these traps, not walk over them, but try to cut close enough just to get to Flex very, very quickly. He just sees the line of sight of the hunter and the pet for just 2 seconds. But Flex does get himself a big recovery. Turtle Shell's back up. No tricking for a minute. Acceleration coming back very soon-ish. That's going to be Daniel trying to see if he can charge it to Reflex. Stun on his way to him. Death Chakram to follow. Does he have any bursts right after? It's just going to be some damage over time. Some distance fighting for Flex with traps around the corner. Daniel knows he wants to get in there. Wants to stay in with a steel trap. That's going to be freezing trap. Trick inside of it. Potentially maybe a stun on a DJ. Next, intimidation could be very deadly. Daniel low on health. Gilch's is going to be super deadly. Harper to follow to keep the Feral out in the open with a, I think both the coordinated assault as well as the spearhead. Goes in for a slash wave, but a stun comes out. Wait, does he pay for that slash wave PM? Or does he just take him out right here? Flex can still go down. Wait a second. Oh, he just slash wave at the guy. He was like, yo, hi, I got your number. And then blasted him out of the way. My goodness, Flex. Coming back for this team with a 3-0. Well done by the Survival Hunter, boys. Look at that guy go. I do want to see what kind of builds you guys run. I'm going to go examine Flex's build after this one. When I go record, when I go edit the video, I do want to look you up in the armory, see how you play. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going here, yeah? Uno más. Let me know when the teams are ready, boys. Or if you guys want to shift them around a little bit, get some new blood, fresh blood. More than welcome to them. 40, what is it? 44, 43 we had? 44. There we go. Let's get another one going here, boys. Hey! That sounds new punching bag. It really is, man. It really is. Although I did get to see some people say that, you know what? SL PvP was actually not that bad. Daniel CEO character, by the way, if you guys want Armory of the Feral Druid, because I think somebody asked about it earlier. Here we go. I like a guild name Go Vegan. I think it's hilarious. Druid, the guild name Go Vegan. That's awesome. That's great. Wait, does it? I think it has a PvE staff on there than a PvP. Unless Drakebreaker is PvP gear. It may have your PvE staff here. Or is it? Oh no, it's Drakebreaker. It is PvP staff. Okay, never mind. Yeah. That should keep your armory updated. Unless you change your name. Alright. Let me know when you boys are ready. Chicago Night King, let me know when you guys are good to go. We'll get another one going. Love the stash job. What's up, CJ? How you doing, my man? Glad you appreciate it, my guy. Glad you appreciate it. There we go. General. Yeah. Any channel works out, honestly. But yeah, I'm lazy. I know you are lazy. I know you are. Does Silver have a group? Took lead now. Chill's leaving. Okay. So Silverhawk is going to be taking over. Do we need a +1 for my man Silver? Do you need my help getting you boys in? Because I think you have authenticated stuff, yeah? Ooh. I do need a +1, yeah. Invite. There we go. And pass me lead, and I'll see if I can get you guys +1. Anybody want to join the 5v5 1v1 duel? My man Chilpa's got to leave. But these boys are looking for a +1. 5v5 1v1 duels. Wait, caps. Duels. Here we go. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to, boys. Chicago will get the team versing it in just a moment here. We just hit a +1. And we got BC Locks. Easy, boys. Easy. Vara! I forgot that you also were sidelines, man. It's okay. We'll likely end up rotating groups. Var, I'll get you in next one. How does that sound? I am so sorry, but I'll definitely get you in the next one, my guy. Definitely. Alrighty, let's get you boys in. I gotta swap out Night King with Silverhawk and Chicago 5, Rook 1. I'm sorry, Var. I will definitely get you in the next one. How did that sound? I kind of just saw Beast. I was like, oh, okay, we can fill the group together. I had no idea we had a couple of boys here on the back line ready to go. What's more fun, Evoker or Shaman? I find a lot of fun with Shaman, honestly. Evoker is a blast, but specifically healer is an awesome spec for me. Like when it comes to healing, Evoker wins. DPS play style, Evoker has some cool stuff in there, but I feel like it's a lot of like, there's a bit of Evoker build variety, but their abilities you run and abilities you cast, there's some depth in terms of like how your abilities change, but the playstyle for the most part doesn't change that much. Shaman changes a lot, whether you play fire build, lightning build, enhancement, whether you play elemental build, storm strike build, lava lash build, frosty build. There's so many different playstyles. Personally, I like me some Shaman. I know that Evoker is pretty good right now as a range. Out of all the ranges, pretty decent. But I love me some Shaman, man. I think it's really good. How does Havoc has a guy managed to get 120 crit with Wild Spirits? Bro, I indicate how Havoc, but the Wild Spirit, you mean like with the Hunt? Yeah, I mean, they can do a ton of damage with a Hunt, man. They do. If you mean the Hunt, because unless you mean something else but Wild Spirits, because then I don't know what that is. I think it was a Hunter ability, right? Back in Fae? Twitch. Gonna be, who's up first? Lintania first up versus Daniel CEO. Gonna go for a reset with a stun until Lintania forces to trick it out of the rogue really early on. Evasion, that's gonna be Sepsis. Lots of damage. Daniel just gonna try to see if he can bear form a lot of the Bark Skin. Got himself a little bit of re-heal. Getting shot by the rogue, looking to lock down Daniel for just a second. Isn't going to be enough damage though. Got himself lots of ambushes, just actually piercing through the armor. With Lintania, get hit with a stun real quickly. Gouge to follow. Does he go for a full reset? Potentially just trying to see if he can back away from Daniel. Actually starting to break into the damage of the Feral Druid. Big headshot to follow. Daniel could be in big trouble. Massive ambushes to follow. Wait, does Daniel go down? Bear form wall. That's going to be Kindle shot. Potentially could be a blind on Lintania just to keep Daniel low on health. Doesn't look like the man is running Thorns either, which would have been perfect against this rogue. But Daniel may be able to turn around on the rogue right now. The rogue goes in for a vanish. Does he go for a sap onto Daniel potentially? Trying to go for big pistols. Big finisher. Bash to follow. Is Daniel going to be able to finish him off right now? May just have it. Oh, the rogue goes in for a quick ambush. Piercing right through the Feral Druid. When's the last time you've seen an Outlaw rogue compete with a Feral Druid before? This spec is nuts, man. It got a lot of sustained damage. Like really high sustained damage. Like constantly putting pressure. Not really bursty per se, but he does have like a burst window, I guess. On that team one, we got ourselves Alpharus waiting for his turn at the ready to go. We got BC in the back as well on that Demonology Warlock. GG Flex as well as Tree. And then Tanya out in the open skulking around with iFox going to be up next. On the team 2, we also got ourselves Shadow Freeze Haster. I love that set. I like the look. Got ourselves Shadow Wrist as well as Chicago. So many Chevys. So many casters. iFox picking up the eye. Actually, not enough casters. We need more casters. We need them evokers. We need them mages. Where's my man Seawreck with an arcane? Gonna be Lintania getting hit with a stun. Grenades to follow. Trick us out of it. Try to see if he catch up to iFox. Does go for the kidney shot. Ambushes. Mad damage out of the Outlaw Rogue with a chicken out of iFox. Will survive with the finish. Gonna be a poison on him. Does go for feign death. I think cleansing themselves of the poisons. And Tanya, do you have an evasion right now? Because you may need it. Try to keep the pressure on to iFox. May just have him. Oh, he does go for the ambushes. I think the Sepsis still takes through. I think the Sepsis still went through all the way. Gonna be Shadow Wrist. Quick disarm onto the Shaman as Tanya continues to spam those ambushes back to back, spiking them into Shadow Wrist. The Elemental Wolves or Elemental Raptors are not letting you go anywhere at all. With Shadowless looking for a bit of a catch up towards Lintania, trying to see if he can catch him in a totem, but again we see rogues evade these totems. I think when they're in stealth and when you're out of combat, you just evade the totems entirely. Is that what it is? Because I feel like there's been times where a rogue gets hit by those, but they don't get booped in the middle. It has to be Vanish, man. It has to be Vanish. Just gives them like an immunity to combat, or prevents them from like re-engaging in combat. Maybe, I don't even know. I have no idea. But it's going to be Shadow's picking up the eye. The rogue opened it up with an ambush. Getting a shot right after. Is it going to be enough to lock him down? Try to go for big between the eyes. Big between the eyes with a crit damage buff. Going to be Earth Elemental together with a Dwarven Racial. 10% damage reduction. Taking all bleeds and poisons as well. But the rogue just continues to stay relentlessly on top with Shadow Wrist. The Ellie Wolves come out. Double Lightning Bolts could give Shadow Wrist potentially a big play if he has big Lightning Bolts banked up and ready. Going to be another kidney shot onto Shadow Wrist. It is very, very DR'd. Big ascendance for Shadow Wrist. Is it going to be enough? The massive nature damage towards Lintania. Do they take down the rogue? The rogue trying to stay in there with a Sepsis rolling onto Shadow Wrist. This is going to tick out on him over time. And eventually pop for quite a bit of nature damage actually. The damage Sepsis does for an Outlaw Rogue is quite high. Higher than most people expect. Higher than I expected too. They really beefed up their ability quite a bit for this one. Ask my question, John. Oh, you asked a question? Hold on. Can a shadow onto Shadow Wrist? Litania is going to try to see if he can potentially take him out. Sunder for a second, doesn't quite connect. Disarm, I think Shadow Wrist may be in a bit of trouble. Let's get Maelstrom. Oh! And the ambush comes out anyway, either way. My goodness. So only you can answer that? True. I mean, you guys should play the class you like, but you guys like what's more fun? To me, Shaman. I think. I like Evoker a ton. If you're talking about healer, definitely Evoker. No doubt about it. I don't know. I gotta play my Evoker some more. I got the staff recently, so maybe that'll feel even better. Because it should be pretty deadly. Kidney shot by Lentenia. Gonna be a trinket out of haste. Trying to see if he can stay ahead of the rogue. Gonna be the pet joined in with a shadow crunch. Doesn't quite connect, but it's gonna be big kill spray out of Lentenia. Just trying to see if he can maximize damage with his haste. Looking for those crits. Dark Ascension by the shadow priest. Getting interrupted though, but I think the rogue is dead. Oh! He does end up melting the rogue over time. Electric is a shadow priest boy to put up all the dots, devouring plagues, all the diseases and afflictions together with a slappy tentacle boy. A little squiddy man. That's all it took. But the Owl Rogue, man, they're popping off, honestly. Haste, try to see if he can fight versus Tree. There's going to be a skull bash out of the Feral Druid, looking for back-to-back bites. This is going to be enough, though. And Haste has himself defenses, quick fear onto Tree, Dark Ascension to follow. If he can get enough of those Void Bolts, attack a Tree, which is going to get a bunch of them back-to-back. Oh my god, the chase is here, so perfect with the Mind Games right after. Tree could be in big trouble. It is going to be a tentacle spawning in for Haste. If Tree's out in the open, he's trying to go for a bit of a dance, trying to see if he can veer around him. Quick stun onto Haste, potentially disperse, does get a disperse off it. My goodness, and Tree is able to recover a lot of health right now. Haste, does he have any more CC to follow? He better be very careful with his casting. Could be a skull bash out of the Feral Druid. Back-to-back bites by Haste is able to maintain himself. Mind Flay Insanity for a second. Does get hit with a skull bash. Could potentially go for a big heal. Does have holy spells that he can cast in order to keep himself afloat. Stun onto Tree, but doesn't have a wall for it. Haste looking to keep himself recovered as best as possible. Bash by the Feral Druid. Not enough real left for him. Haste, do you just go down right here and try to keep himself alive as best as you can? Needs anything to survive. That's going to be a massive heal with Power Word. Life, give himself a little bit extra survivability. Haste, a Tree, a super low. Actually comes out. Oh, does he get him dotted up? He does get him dotted, but I don't think it's going to be enough now. Will Chicago try to charge? I feel like that Thunder should have connected. Is it me? But I feel like that Thunder should have connected. Gonna be a big lightning lasso onto the Feral Druid. Does end up taking him down with a zap. Palpatine style. Big charge by Flex with a coordinated assault. Chicago under a ton of pressure immediately by the Hunter. Walling the damage off. Ghost Raptors at the ready. Lots of Maelstrom getting built up. Does go for the root onto the main pet. It's going to start striking the pet for a bit of a Maelstrom. Needs a lot of recovery. Needs a lot of survivability. Does get a wall rolling in too. And it's going to be Flex. All the traps laden for Chicago. Trying to see if he can kite right through him. Earth Elemental at the ready as well. Gonna give Chicago a little bit extra help to work with. Root onto Flex for just a second. Chicago is able to catch back up to him for just a moment. And Flex are putting back over to Chicago as they're narrowly avoiding that steel trap. Could have been put in a really bad spot right there. But it's trying to avoid Flex and trying to fight the Ghost Raptors or his main Raptors best as possible. Freezing trap around the corner. I don't know if you can control your Ghost Raptors to attack Flex or not. It looks like you can't. Or can you ever? I thought there was maybe if you did like Ellie Wolves. Actually, I don't think you can. I think you used to at some point when you empowered your Wolves, but I guess not anymore. I need to double check that again. Chicago kind of behind on healthy right now, but cooldowns wise, they're coming back up a little bit. Little wall very soon. Ghost Raptors always at the ready. Always has Ghost Raptors. So Maelstrom plenty. Stun onto Chicago. Does go for Trinket Lasso onto Flex. Does have a Trinket for the Scatter onto Chicago, but the Raptors are still on Flex with the Earth Elemental harassing him. So at least Flex shouldn't be able to go for a proper reset. It's going to be Medic Bandage to the Fate Death with a stun totem around the corner. Stunning up Flex can't even go anywhere. Unless he does take down the totem. Does end up trailing the second stun totem. But Flex is still super low with the freezing trap onto Chicago looking to escape. Does Chicago have any more ways to reconnect? Used to be fighting that Raptor at all times. Trying to generate a bit more Maelstrom. Trying to get a slow for Flex. Is going to be able to catch up to him fast enough. But still trap separating the two. Charger potentially doing work as well. Going to be a big charge for Flex. But put himself out next to Chicago. Going to be leaped by the Shaman. Doesn't take him out. Oh! The Frost Shock does do it. After they get himself a bit of Maelstrom. Alpha is going to be up next. Charging out versus the Shaman is going to summon the A-Bomb. But the A-Bomb doesn't really change up to Chicago. It just kind of goes back towards the Unholy Death Knight. Kind of unfortunate, honestly. Chicago looking to avoid him as best as possible, just going for as much recovery as they can without having to engage with the whole army of the undeath. You have to be very careful. As soon as you have the army, you want to root them and just run away. I think that may be the best play. It's just played passive. Army end, full dark transformation, all the pets up and running, get away from them immediately. Gonna be aim, I'm timing out. Chicago trying to build some resources off of the main pet. Alpha is closing in. Gargo joins in with an AMS to follow. Chicago's kind of limited on what they can do versus Alpha's. Does go for the stun totem. Gonna be a secondary stun as well as they'll knock back the death hit for just a moment. Pets are all stunned from a distance. It's gonna be dropping down a root totem, and I think that's gonna capture all the pets. It does root him in place. Even the gargoyle up in the air. Alpha is kind of separated from all these pets right now, so a lot of that damage kind of just like stuck over there far away, which is perfect for Chicago. At least they're reducing a lot of the output of that undead army against them. AMD down. Alpha is kind of licking the wounds right now. Not a lot of healing available. Dampening is really high up. He's going to sacrifice the main pet, summon a new one, but he's still very limited on what he can do in terms of survivability. AMS is going to help him get a bit of that cover against magic damage for a short time. Gives a limited immunity to magic damage within a set amount of absorb shield. Light Lasso around the corner. Alpha, so let's see have an out. I think it may be just done and done for you. Got the Ghost Raptors on there. LA Blast. Oh, Chicago does it, a blast on him out. So Chicago's not playing the Elemental Wolf, so you must be playing a Storm Striker build. Beast of the Log is going to be up next, and the last one is team representing it. Playing Demonologist. Chicago, not giving a lot of health really, but it does at least give it an honorable duel. So maybe Beast will even let you get a full reheal behind the pillar. We'll see. Maybe he'll let you do it. Demonic Gateway. I like the kind of honor duels here, though. No, looks like Beastly is going to try get aggressive here. Another portal up really early on. Wants to make sure he's maximizing the value. Quick interrupt onto the Tyrant. Beastly could resummon that Tyrant back up if he wanted to. Demon Dog is charging out towards Chicago. Is it going to be the big go? Summon up a Tyrant. That's going to be potentially a decent enough Pit Lord spawning from the Twisting Nether. It is a Pit Lord stun around the corner. The Pit Lord has himself a little bit extra damage, but the stun and the root and all these pets, Chicago able to avoid him. Going to be a stun to BC as well. Needs to make sure they're maintaining that obelisk. As soon as the obelisk is down, taking out the obelisk reduces the power of a lot of those pets, but that root and the stun combo for Chicago also does work. Surrounded by demons, still not in the woods just yet. With a second Felguard rushing in with an axe toss for you. And BC looking to find himself a better angle, expecting for Chicago to start moving. Chicago needs to wait out the second Felguard, maybe go for a bit of healing. We are at 60% dampening, so the amount of healing you get right now is very, very limited. Using wall to counter a lot of those damage and staying aggressive may be a better choice for you. Beastly taking a bit of damage, but so far hasn't been able to even break through the shields of the Warlock. And Chicago is still playing it super defensive behind the pillar. Demon Dog is every time the bite could be very deadly. Every time that bite happens, every time the auto attack, there's a chance to bite, and those bites just gonna be deadly. Fear Chicago does veer him away from the Warlock for just a moment. More demon bites comes out. That's gonna be Chicago at super low health. Mortical put him out in the open. I think it may be over for Chicago right now. Not a lot of health here left. It does go down. At this point, like, you came into the duel, not a lot of health, not a lot of coolness to really keep the traction going, but Chicago does make a comeback with 3 back-to-back wins. Couldn't quite decimate the Demonology Warlock, but then again, who can? Demonology are kind of scary right now. Let's get another one going here, boys. Yeah, another duel, another 5-5 for the day. I like that, though. Chicago, I do want a PP build at some point. It gotta be a Storm Striker build. The reason I assume that is because you're not going early wolf, so you're going for more physical damage, and that makes me think, okay, physical damage, probably a little bit of Wind Fury, probably a little bit of Storm Strike, which can do a lot. Especially if you can fight against somebody with like a lot of pets around you or a lot of mobs in your area. So you face Unholy Death Knight, you crash lightning all those pets, set up big Storm Strike, bong the Death Knight, hope for a crit. That could be nutty. That could be really nutty. 44, 45, let's go. Chains, easy back-to-back. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. Reserve for not on a duel in Chicago. Really? Test this out for yourself, but against shield pills. Okay. Hey, give us some advice with chills. I'm down. Crash and Storms with Ride Lightning. Crash and Storms is the Crash Lightning. Damage increased by 40%, and Ride Lightning is if there are more than 2 enemies within 8 yards when you cast Storm Strike, you can also cast Chain Lightning on the target, dealing nature damage. But is it buff Chain Lightning though? Jumps to 2 extra targets. Your target hit by Crash Lightning increases the damage of the next Storm Strike. Yep, up to maximum 6 attacks. Elemental Assault. Storm Strike damage increased by 10. Storm has a 50% chance to reset. Yep, that's a pretty good combo. And then you get the Frost Wage talent as well. There's a lot of stuff you can do together. The Chain Lightning thing. So the Ride the Lightning does 5k each. Really? That's not bad. I just don't know if... Is it good though? I mean, maybe it's really good. I guess it gives you refreshes on your Crash Lightning though, doesn't it? Let me know if you're ready, by the Chicago. 5K and hits like 4 times. Oh, okay. I gotta peep it myself then. If they have pets. Okay, okay. I'll need to try it out at some point then. I do have a shaman, but I gotta figure out what build I want to run on that thing right now. Just got back. What's up, Bar? 5? Alright, let's get you guys into a Blade's Edge. I'm gonna throw you guys in a Blade's Edge arena. I like the arena. I like that one a lot. I'll eventually go back to the Grand, check out Lord of One, all those good stuff. Check build only seems a viable option. Seems like the only viable option. Well, there is also a Lava Lash build too that can do pretty well. It could do like 100k Lava Lash crits pretty consistently too, because you're more likely to crit with those. So that could be pretty effective too. There's a Frost Shock build people are playing, because that's apparently also very, very effective. Like also could do like 70k crits, Frost Shocks, and it can cleave. So it could be a really good cleaver build. But it's so consistent because it's almost like always up. Running at 165% movement speed? Are you really very... Wait, what kind of build do you got where you're running at 162 movement speed? This is a passive movement speed? You're like basically like a travel form druid then, huh? Basically, right? Or travel form druid that's in combat. In stealth. Huh? What kind of a cheesy combo is that? What is that? Hold on. Now I'm interested. How you do that? How do you do that? I'm gonna hear the song in here, boys. Let me see what else we got in the mix. We got a good one. Let's do... I like this one. That's a good one. Switch. We got ourselves Alpha's over for the Team 1 as on a Holy Death Knight at the ready. Beast Locks in the back. We got Lantania on the back seat with DG, as well as Tree going to be first up versus Chicago. A little bit of a rematch between the two. Honorable duel as they're just going to let the Thunder Totem. The Thunder Totem is going to reconnect with Tree. Either way, though, did burn a trigger for the last earlier. And it's going to be Chicago trying to see if he can Storm Strike down Tree. Knock back for a second. Is going to go for a leap. Trying to maintain those bites and the bleeds and the thrash and the swipes. As Chicago taking a bit of damage. Going to be a full incarnation out of Tree. So this is a lot of damage out of this Feral Druid. But it's going to play defensive as Chicago is starting to ramp up damage of their own. With Chicago is going to hit with yet another stun. Tree does have plenty of defenses, wall as well as a renewal at the ready. So far Chicago has been able to survive a lot of this feral onslaught fairly early on. Maim onto the Shaman, Ghosts at the ready, trying to see if they can fight right through Tree. Potentially going to be that wall rotated Tree, kind of going to be out of defenses by the time Chicago gets their cooldowns back up, knocking the Druid back out the open as they're going for a bite on one of the Ghostly Raptors. Tree does still have a big defensive though. He does have renewal. As long as he gets to use it in bear form, that is a big chunk of healing. But Chicago, while Dip isn't super high, the Maelstrom healing is going to have increased value for just a little bit of time. Until about the 3-minute mark where we start seeing some dampener starting to put some pressure into the Bear Druid, forcing him into a bear form. Bark Skin is going to be an Elite Blaster follow right after. Empowering Chicago is playing a Grounding Totem this time for some of these boys. Not really sure if they could use Grounding Totem versus Tree, but they can use it versus Beastly, Alphas, and DG. So we'll see if they'll be able to do some big Elite Blaster. Let's get Tree super low. It's going to go for mad recovery though. Got himself a big heal, like the last on the kitty, while they don't have any defenses, could potentially big damage, but did get himself a pretty big recovery right before it. Battle Master Trick, I believe, gonna be a double stun onto Tree. Do they go down here? Triple stun, big Elite Blaster Follow is gonna have an elemental chase into the Feral Druid. Does Chicago have enough Maelstrom? Can they catch up fast enough? Big Crimson regen up for Tree in order to recover a little bit of health. It's gonna go back in the cat form. Needs to either stay aggressive or play more defensive, kind of out in the open. Try to build up some calm points. Potentially a big stun onto Chicago. Oh, but the Storm Strike do go through. Because the Shaman doesn't want to let the Feral Druid recover whatsoever. Stun onto Chicago, trying to knock GG back out, but couldn't quite do it with a Death Shock ripping right through the Shaman. Looking to potentially just tuck tail and run, trying to avoid the Hunter at all costs. Take a lot of damage, the massive kill shots back to back. What can he do against this Lightning Lasso? But oh my god, the amount of healing you need in order to survive this is insane. But the Hunter does chase it down with a Mortal Strike pet, as well as all that pressure, not letting Chicago really go for recovery. The Shaman just can't top themselves off immediately anymore. They can do passive healing, but can't just like go from 0 to 100 in an instant. DG does dive into a Turtle Shell Manic Manager after, is going to be afraid to trap onto the pet. as iFox charges in, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. So GG is going to back up, harpooning back towards iFox, keeping him in place. Is going to try to see if he can get the high ground, but it's going to be harpoon to follow, jumping down. It's going to be coordinated hold on iFox, maybe big damage. DJ trying to see if he can turn around the pressure, turning over onto the pet as soon as he sees iFox in a turtle shell. GG at no health, easy kill shot, but still alive. iFox is no health whatsoever, so is EG. Needs to be very, very careful. Pet could just kill him right there. Freeze a trap onto the pet, taking so much damage, but no health whatsoever. Needs a heal right now. Trying to keep the pet CC as best as he can. Feign death for just a second grenade, but iFox does eliminate him. Feign death, trying to clear any kind of shrapnel grenades, any kind of poisons off of himself, just so he keep fighting. Who's up next on the next team? Is it going to be Beastly? It is going to be Beastly. We also got Alpha in the back as well as Lentenia. But it's going to be Beastly. Stuns Axe Toss with a full pet burst onto iFox. I think it's just over. There's nothing he can do. I mean, Demon Doggers, even the imps. The imp firing squad was all it took in order to take it down. Haste going to be up next versus Beastly. The Shadow Pace charging out with a quick stun, looking for a Dark Ascension. Another portal getting silenced out. Beastly trying to avoid these warbolts, but I think actually avoided all of them. I'm surprised. This man plays DDR. Another portal ramp is up. It's going to be a Tyrant to follow as Beastly trying to see if he can get even more pets sent out versus Haste. Trying to maximize the value of all these pets. The Tyrant is out there pretty early on as Haste goes in for Trinket. I think trying to see if he can get away out of the Axels, but the silence still is on him. Another Axels to follow. Going to be a Pit Lord summoned up. The mad damage. Oh my god, there's no one who can survive this. It's a Pit Lord. Oh, the Pit Lord Nether Portal build is so nutty. With Shadow is going to be up next. Big heal for Beastly, burning that soul shard into a hellstone. That gives him a massive chunky cookie with chocolate chip to consume. This is going to get some pets over versus Shadow Wrist. Shadow Wrist wants to just keep the pressure onto the Warlock, looking to lock him down. The Demon Doggers are in. The Mortal Coil sent him in the other direction. If he were to follow, does he have a Temporal? He does have, not Temporal, but a Tremor. He does have a Tremor Totem to get him back on his feet. And Beastly with yet another Axos, just trying to see if he can stay away from Shadow Wrist as best as he can. Trying not to cast in his face too much. He's trying to stay as instant-cast as possible. And has done a pretty decent job so far, being able to put quite a bit of pressure versus Shadow Wrist is going to be important to follow him. Does Beastly have any more survivability left? Does have a wall. Is it going to be an Obelisk down? Nobody ever kills the Obelisk, but if you can get some pets in there, that could be massive. Alien Blast to follow as Beastly trying to go for a fear. Hand to go down right after. Maybe in a bit of trouble. I think it's over for him. And Shadow is playing more of that elemental shaman build, or the elemental enhancement build, rather. Alpharus summoning up a big A-bomb, trying to see if he can stop Shadow from getting out of there, but that's going to be a totem. He's going to be able to walk right through it with a death advance, but your main pets are going to get trapped up like the Gargoyle and some of those other ghouls and skeletons. Alpharus trinkets out of that stun. Going to be a stun back to Shadow Wrist. No way out for the Shaman. I think maybe over. And the man, I think, is going to be going down with Alpharus trying to take that momentum onto the next guy with Daniel CEO. The Feral Druid going to be up next. Is going to be able to barrage him, dripping him out in the open, trying to keep him next to his pets with the mages, the gargoyles, everything. And Daniel just trying to avoid all these pets as best as possible. He knows they're going to be timing out very, very soon. So you might as well just avoid him as best as you can. Death goes flying in as Alpha is trying to see if he can put some pressure blind onto Daniel. But I don't think Alpha is going to have any offensive cooldowns here for a while. Aim us up ahead of time in case there's potentially thorns or moonfire out of the Daniel. But the Blaze is just going to rip right through their armor and just bleed you dry. As Daniel looking for bleeds and run. Bleeds and kite and try to mostly avoid Alpharus. You can only avoid a portion of his damage though, because that ghoul, that Dark Transformation ghoul, is going to do quite a good portion of his output. Massive damage on Daniel, could be in big, big trouble. Does he go down here? Can wall bars get everything? He may just need to burn every defensive to survive this, as Alpharus trying to keep the pressure rolling in with those ghouls. The Army of the Dead still surrounding Daniel, trying to see if he can leap right to Alpharus, avoiding those pets as best as he can. Alpharus has himself a little bit of Death Strikes. Could he potentially use that to survive here? Actually get the Feral Druid so low, but doesn't quite get him. And it's going to be Lentenia, last one left, as the Druid has nothing left, limping, licking his wounds, and I don't know if Lentenia is going to give him much of an honor duel here, but we'll see. I'm a dip to you guys. Yo, Chicago, thanks so much for coming by, fam. Appreciate you, my guy. Hope you have a good one. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, we'll over celebrate. Na América есть нормальные дуэлисты враги. Я думаю, да, есть где-то. Можно спросить. Я могу спросить, some balance. We're all like chill under 500k absorb shield, SP dive, 50% attacking him. Yo, it is rough, man. I mean, he had a full ramp and a big, what is it, Pit Lord, man. And once again, Pit Lord, that thing does a lot of damage in PvP. It hits like for 40Ks, man. It's the big 3-minute cooldown. If they can get big enough pet army summoned up, it's a lot. It's a lot of output. It's definitely rough. Are you doing more? Definitely doing more, Sanchez. You guys are more than welcome to join, man. We got Var who could maybe take a spot in Chicago, and if we got anybody else dipping in, you're more than welcome to join us as well. We're gonna be doing this for a good while, man. We're gonna be doing this for a good while because last night we did a lot on EU. We did a ton of back-to-back duels. So I want to give NA an opportunity, man. I keep playing, and we keep hosting these for as long as you guys want to. Then Daniel opening up onto Daniel after some time is spent. I think it was I picked up by Daniel too. Then Daniel looking for a couple of back-to-back ambushes, striking at the Druid, trying to avoid his ire as best as possible. It's going to potentially be an evasion as the Feral Druid just counter play defensive, just has to tank up and bristle that hide. Prepare for the war. It's going to be a kiddish shot on Daniel, trying to go reverse the Suns back into Lithania, but Daniel's so low in health. Evasion off of the Rogue, nothing he can do. Oh, my goodness, the Owl Rogue, man. They're so deadly. Bear form, not enough to keep you to stay alive and heal through it. In fact, bear form is there just to keep you a little bit survivable, but not by much. Did BC get 2 kills there? BC might have gotten 2 kills, man. I want to see more of that big old Pit Lord builds. They're so cool looking. Like that ramp. I feel like it's like the one shot right now, but that ramp is so fun. All right, let's get another one going here, boys, yeah? If you guys got a group, let me know. Or if you guys need help getting invited, let me know. Kevin, you doing one more? We are. Hosting. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm just gonna post it. I almost never do a broadcast or anything like that. Almost never broadcast anything. But I'm just gonna post that here because last week also had that too. It's like people said, "Oh yeah, I forgot we actually doing duels. We doing them every Saturday and Sunday." I'm just gonna post it out in case there's somebody else that want to join in. All right, let me know, Chicago and Silver, who is gonna be lead, who's gonna be what. Or if the Chicago's group falls apart, I'll just restart it. We can get some boys in there. I can make a second group entirely out of everybody that was in Chicago's team. Glad Joe, by the way, he's pretty good. Billy is really good at Feral, man. Bro, just sit through a full chain of ice without changing to bear to back out. What? I think well, I feel like you have to tank up sometimes, you know? Like, yeah, you can shift out to break chains, but sometimes you just have to stay if you're just getting trucked and damaged, and bear form gives you a bit more armor. I forgot I was doing RPGs. All good, my man. All good, my guy. Don't worry about it. Billy sucks, kick W? Yeah, Billy is super bad at Feral Druid. Oh my god, this guy stinks. Nah, I'm pretty sure there was wasn't there a BG where Billy just dumpstered me? I feel like I was on a BG before, and Billy just absolutely ravaged my behind, dude. I mean, rogues usually do it from behind, but Billy, I mean, that boy got some big bites. That boy can eat. I'm pretty sure it's happened like SL. Billy's a monster, man. Well, though Billy does play super safe. He does play safe. I feel like he goes super aggressive. I feel like he just sees like, you know, like F safety. I'm just gonna get in there, take a big chunky bites because he got some of the meanest bites. This man also played Kieran Feral too, when Kieran was like a meme build for a while. Billy once told me he hates him, my mom. Oh no. Slandering Billy over here when this man just wants to do nothing but play the game. Sorry, is Esper right now? Nicholas, I don't disagree with that. Don't disagree with that statement at all. 5 ready? Oh, Reflex, all right, so we got 5 ready, let's go. Yo, Silver, are you ready? Are you around, man? Oh, what do I search? I don't know, actually. Silver, Lath, let me know if you got a team or if we need more. I'm not sure. Let me know, Lath, if you're still around, if you're hosting, or if I need to make a group. Really handsome guy. I love the stash and all love from Serbia. Pretty sure it's so much Foxy. I try to keep the stash a little bit more teased in place, but man, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good one, Foxy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever the hell you celebrate, my man. Happy holidays, though. Appreciate you being here. ShadoWPC, they are a lot more survivable than SL, though. Like, they're a lot better. Like, watching Haster play, he just lives. And they do have better survivability. They did nerf him a little bit of survivability, but still really solid. But yeah, I feel like ShadoWPC still have a thing where when they're under pressure by a melee, it's just much harder to play because you're basically playing off of like instas. I'm Haster. Oh, you're Haster. Okay. Yeah. Like, I feel like, I don't know. You can tell me like if you think I'm wrong or if you feel differently about it. But from me observing the 5v5 duels, I feel like they can do well. It's just they still have a thing where it's like when they're under pressure with a melee, it's just rough, you know? It's just rough. Shadow's a tank compared to where they used to be, I guess. Yeah. Last, do we have a group or did the last group fall apart? Because we got Ripflex, but I don't know whose group he is with. Ripflex. Is that somebody else? Oh, Flex. Okay, don't mind. So Flex took over, I think, Chicago's group. But do we have people in last group or is last gone? Last may be gone for the night, huh? I'm the log, by the way. What's up, Shane? The log, you're beat? Let's go, my man. Or Beast? Beast or Beat, one of those two. Team ready? Or you done for the night, fam? Let me ask Lath if he's around or if he's Dunsky. Because if Lath is Dunsky, then I can just host it and we can have somebody else lead. We can maybe get Kevin to lead it. I'll just start it. We'll lead it. But Rip, Flex got the group from Chicago taken over, and you'll be chilling. We'll get a team if Lath isn't around. But if Lath already has a team, we'll just run that. I can't kill Shadow Priest at all. They are a lot better. I just have one listed. Just listed 155. Okay. Kevin listed a group. He listed in the Raids Legacy if you guys want to join in. I think Lath may be done. I want to say potentially. Mind games so silly. I think that guy, did that get beat? He's defeated him. Let's go. Let's go, my man. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Okay, chat. NA duels? Yeah, we got some NA duels, boys. So it looks like last team is done. Yo, everybody on team Tree Hugger. Everybody on that team. Kevin Landers or Daddy Swift. Put up a group over in LG chat. Raids Legacy. We got another group. They got one in there. They need 4 more. If you guys want to join in, Varlip and everybody else. If you guys want to join in, we got a group ready with Daddy Swift. Trying to see if we can put one up together. Find them in the Raids Legacy section. Or I could join in, I could just invite you guys directly if you guys want to. Can any class beat a Shadow Priest 1v1? I feel like certain melee can, like a Demon Hunter. I imagine a Demon Hunter can do pretty well against a Shadow Priest just because Demon Hunters and Death Knights, I guess, because they're generally good against casters. But I think, like, we've seen Feral Druids do okay, but like Shadow Priest, I think Rogues can also do pretty well, but we've seen Shadow Priest dumps to Rogues over in the beta before, so I don't know. I don't really know Shadow Priest really has like if they hard counter any classes really. Maybe like casters a hard counter, because usually with Burges and Assailants they do really well there. Official SP is not that good 1v1s. Official SP. But yeah, if you guys want to join in, we could join in with Kevin. If you guys are struggling to find the group, I could just join in. I could maybe invite you through real IDs and stuff too. Wouldn't have any instant damage enough. That's true. I think the instant damage for Shadow Priest comes from the procs. I think it's all about the procs. I think you have to go for cast and try to get a juke in there. Demo 1v1 rank. Demo pretty good for 1v1s. They're pretty good. Invite? Okay. Let me see if I can take over for Kevin here. I'll take over for Kevin. I can get some of you guys in here with real ID. Pass me lead. Pass me lead. And I'll host it. With the list, and I'll just list it. 5v5 1v1 duels. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. We got Vamp here. Can I invite Vamp? Is it gonna let me? Vamp here. Vamp. Oh, you're not online. That's why I can't invite you. Yeah, you have to be online for me to be able to invite you in, my guy. But boys, we got ourselves a group listed over in Raids Legacy. You can look up 5v5 1v1 duels to find us here. We got Shador's got you in here, man. Everybody that were in Team Last, you guys are more than welcome to join in. Looking for more spaces, looking for more people, looking for more boys. Vampire, invite, beautiful. So we need, after this, we'll need like 2 more, I think. Because it's Vamp, Shadow, and Kevin. Was it better online, my bad? Oh, good. Where's BM Hunters? I know, dude. Somebody want to hop on a Hunter and go BM, maybe? Maybe we can get a Flex placing BM tonight? Shaman is one of the best 1v1. Shaman, they're pretty good. They're definitely pretty good. I think Rogue is really insane. Hey, Del, howdy, been a long time to watch you. Came to return to WoW, lost my WoW account, had my Rogue on. Now I don't own Rogue, but fun to watch. So I broke it out. Yo, man, what's up? How you doing, man? Hope you have a good one. What happened to your WoW account, guy? What happened with that? Somebody yoinked it? Could you get it back? Hit up Blizz and be like, yo, can I get it? Can I get it back? Who just whispered me? If you ever see me playing VM, I'll probably okay, fair enough, fair enough. iFox idiot, let's go. Also, anybody want to try MM? Because apparently MM can pipe. MM can pipe. I know not a lot of people play MM, but they can do big crits. They can do big damage. Yo, now is the time, boys, in this Fireflight dueling arena. If you want to try weird build, something cheesy, something wacky, something interesting, something weird, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to honestly do it. Jumping with the Demon Hunter, I want to see he got ribbed. I guess looking for Demon Hunter scrap. Wait, I guess toolkit from 1v1 for Demon Hunter. I don't think for 1v1 it's not. I feel like they're better in groups for sure, but 1v1 I'm not sure. As for this Demon Hunter, dude, you want me to jump in on my level 60 Demon Hunter versus level 70s? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't really have this Demon Hunter leveled. I do have an actual Demon Hunter that I still got a level. I doubt so faster MM Hunter. I can see that, yeah. They don't have a lot of survivability compared to like BM and survival, but they do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage. That should make us a full raid here. 6, perfect. We got us as a team. I'll delist and I'll make Daddy Swift the lead. All right, I think we're ready, boys. Let's get us in here. I will need to trade or match or Rip Flex and Kevin Landers. I hope I got it right. Let's do one Nokodan. One more Nokodan, boys. Some of you guys like this arena, some don't. I really, really like it. I love the environment. I like the layout too. I think it's really good, in my opinion. Like, I have a lot of fun in this arena. And so far in the beta, this is one of my favorite arenas to watch us do 5v5 duels on, by far. But I really do want to get you guys feedback around that pillar in the middle, that wall in the middle, and the layout. Do you like think it's good for 5v1? Like, is it like kind of like how close to Nagrand is it? Because Nagrand is perfect for duels. Or is it more of a Tolveron style, where Tolveron like has massive pillars, really far, benefits some classes way more than others, where Nagrand is like, yeah, some classes maybe have an advantage, but like, it's so tiny, it's so small. You know, the bridges with Blade's Edge that benefit Warlocks and Monks and stuff, but like, you know, Nagrand is like that clear. I feel like this one is pretty close. Wall is long, but not too long. Not Mogambala quite there. The pillars are quite tiny too, so not too bad. There's some distance to it, but like, I don't know. I feel like the only class that really saw benefits on the beta was like Warlocks, maybe. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. I like it. I like it too. Twitch. But if you guys really dislike it, please let me know. If you really hate it, please let me know. Var gonna be first up, I think, with a new build as a paladin this week. He was boasting something about, hey, I got a new build. I may bring it into the arena, maybe bring it into the duels, who knows? With iFox gonna be in that camo in the opener, waiting out for Var. It's gonna hit him with an explosive shot immediately. Var is gonna take it behind the pillar. That explosive does quite a bit of damage, but Var is there to heal himself up back to full. What kind of a set you got? It's like a paladin mix of red and blue right now. What is that actually? Wait, is that like a flap in the back? Is that part of the chest piece? Because it looks like a part of a tabard. Gonna be Var trying to see if he closes the gap with iFox charging now. Gonna be Fox trying to back up out of there. Using the disengage, stunning Var right as he's trying to veer behind the pillar. Charging out towards him with that spearhead. It's gonna be able to give him a little bit extra of that Mongoose Bite damage, adding extra bleed, and kill commands are gonna be even more deadly. So quite a bit of range damage, especially if you play that aspect of the Eagle. Blind onto iFox, massive burst into a stun. iFox gonna be going down here, chicken to follow. Does Val check him out potentially? Trying to see if he can blast right through iFox, looking to blast him out of here. It's gonna be yet another charge with a coordinated assault. Var could be in trouble. Does pop a bubble, as that is gonna be a hard point out of iFox. Var trying to see if he can potentially end the duel here. May have to get himself super defensive, trying to get some holy power off of the main pet. Is going to be throwing in random judgments as he got himself flash of light, hoping to avoid iFox. As long as he doesn't get hit with an interrupt, he may be okay. Does not have a shield of vengeance anymore, and he needs to cover quite a bit of distance to catch up to iFox, who just dove into a camo off of a feint death. Even though he got hit with a judgment, still was able to establish a camo. Vard is looking for a bit of a reset behind the pillar, trying not to fight that Fox yet, but in case he wants to go for the eye, it is going to be right there. Consecration, standing next to the Hunter, which is perfect. Big disengage. Vard just goes behind the pillar. Doesn't want to cover the distance it takes to catch up to iFox. You could have traps, you could have stuns in between of it. Using the line of sight off of iFox in order to close that gap, stun around the corner, but he's able to get a much closer distance to iFox. If he can maybe go for a slow, it's going to be mad damage on iFox with a harpoon, big explosive onto Var, maybe in trouble. Maybe Bloodsucker Protection could save him here for a little bit, but a lot of the magic damage, a lot of the poisons, and the fire damage from the grenades is going to pierce right through it. Shield of Vengeance, keeping Var alive for just a little bit longer. Does he have himself another setup? Maybe a stun, but the shield blind towards iFox. If he has any of those abilities, he may be okay. Consecration down. Oh, does end up taking down the Hunter, but it's gonna be, oh my goodness, Vamthor as a Demon Hunter up next, looking to cleave right through him with an I-beam. Doesn't let him go anywhere at all. All he has is a Blessing Protection at the end there. Not much you can do about it. Then Tani get him with a stun. It's going to go for Trinket. Immediately, human ration is being used up. As it's going to be a big hunt out of Vampire. Trying to go for a fear until Lentenia. It's going to be pretty big poison onto Vamp. But it looks like he's going to cancel out the hunt until a little bit later. Cloak of Shadows bite. No, Cloak of Shadows doesn't work at all, actually. But it's this evasion. Vamp needs to find a way to break through that evasion. But he can't quite do it. I don't think actually Demon Hunter can do much against evasion unless you just I-beam. Or hit him with like Sigil of Flame or something, like a fire damage ability. There's not really much you can do against it, so it gives the rogue quite a perfect cover while holding on to the Cloak of Shadows for later. Gonna be a trinket out of Shadow Wrist off the Kidney Shot, sending out the Ghost Raptors at the rogue. They're gonna keep chasing after him. Lethenia is gonna go for Cloak of Shadows, trying to see if he can walk away from all those pets. That's gonna be Lethenia getting slowed down by a totem, lead by the Shaman, trying to see if he can stay on top of Lethenia's best as possible. Frost Shot to keep him slowed. Big Ellie Blast, massive damage. Oh my goodness! Almost capped that rogue in a single go. Does he have a second one? If he runs the lava burst, potentially could have himself a second Halo Blast, try to keep him slowed as best as possible. Needs a bit of Maelstrom. He knows he's going to expect a blind out of the rogue, but the Earth Alley is not letting Lethenia go anywhere. It's going to go for pistol shots on that thing, building some combo points, stunning it. Is it going to be still Frost Shock, Flame Shock is on Lethenia? Does Shadow Wrist have any Maelstrom? Next Yellow Blast could be deadly. Lethenia getting hit with the Storm Strikes. Is going to go for a bit of a heal. That's going to be a dance. Belly Blast. Oh, just dunk it onto the rogue. The Ellie Blast, they nerfed it, but look at that damage either way. Oh my goodness, boys. Oh my goodness. Oh, DG Flex is going to be up next. Trying to see if he can charge out, but this, oh my god, the Static Totem. The chain keeping him in place. The Static Link does not let him go anywhere. Big ascendance out of Shadow Wrist. Let's see a big burst from GG. That's a lot of damage out of the Hunter. But it'll be a big, oh my god, big damage on the GG Flex. Almost dead right there. That's just massive wind strikes. Does Shadow Wrist have himself another Alien Blast? Big defensive for DJ, slamming down a massive spear on top of the head of the Shaman, taking this ascended god down to the ground. My goodness. That Alien Blast is still so deadly. Dinosaur is going to be up next. I like this whole like guard attire, by the way. Literally a Stormwind guard. If you right click on him, you could ask him for directions. Gonna be a spear out of Daddy's hood, but he's gonna be able to avoid DJ Flex as soon as he sees the turtle. The pet is gonna try to keep the rogue in combat, but I don't know if he'll really need to. Trap is waiting for him. He's gonna go for advantage, staying very aggressive. DJ trying to see if he can kite him into the freezing trap. Scatter shot for a second. Does Swift run into it? Stun to Swift. Does have a human racial. Is gonna run into the freezing trap. Is gonna be able to break through it, but Flex has no health left at all. So the rogue just needs a couple of those mutilates, a couple of those stabs, and he'll be able to take him out. Cloak of Shadows in case Alf has any dots on him. It looks like Alf trying to see if he can stay on top of the rogue, yoinking it back over. Can Dadasu potentially recover past this? Going to be a lot of damage out of this Death Knight. Massive stun, huge damage onto Dadasu. I don't know if that man has anything left, but that's going to be full Army of the Dead. Rampage and ripping right through the rogue. Doesn't give him a moment of breathing. With Daniel CEO going to be up next. Daniel. Damn, Daniel. We get the Moonfires. By the way, Moonfire damage is going to be amped up so much if you're playing that Moonfire build. In 1005 PTR. It's like 66% more effective. And it competes with Feral Frenzy, which is weird, but it allows for like more sustaining damage, whereas the other one allows for more burst fight favor damage. You know what I mean? Blinder Daniel for just a second. As Alphas needs to wait until he's got some cooldowns ready. He can go for a couple of death strikes. Dampening is only 31% dampening. So you can't go for a lot of healing. Daniel looking to root him down. Going to be a stun. Does get the line inside the last second. Going to be the pet empowered. That's going to be a bar skin for Dan. But I don't know if he's got much real left here. Army of the Dead joining in with a stun into Alf. Lots of dots rolling in. Another stun by the main pet. Actually doing quite a bit of work, actually. AMS up for the Unholy Death Knight and trying to keep the Feral out in the open, but he's looking to avoid the army of the ghouls and the Forsaken as best as possible. Alpha just bleeding out. Big bite to capitalize on the fact that the Death Knight is low, with BC Locks going to be up next, trying to see if he can potentially wrangle up this kitty. Can he handle it? He can tame demons. He can summon them literally from the Twisting Nether. He can summon the homies, but can he tame a Feral Druid? I believe potentially he could. Gonna be a big blitz coming up with a rake opener, gas beastly. I don't know why I was about to call it gas locks. Gonna be a big tyrant immediately. He got himself lots of pets, big stun, fell guard, everything. He's gonna try to see if he can avoid the big. He needs to find a way to mass. Actually, count himself a re-stealth. Wait, it's gonna be a big pit lord at the ready. Beastly may have to pick up the eyes. Needs to send those pets to Daniel as soon as possible. The pets are charging out. Look at that pit lord go! Look at that thing go, dude! Look at that thing with his 4 little legs. He's actually closing the gap. Gonna be obelisk down. Does the pit lord get to a couple of strikes? Because he can hit as far as high as 40k. But looks like Daniel has been able to run these things around circles, mostly avoid all these pets. Big demon bite to follow. Daniel's gonna be under a ton of pressure. Every time there's a fell guard on him with a bunch of demon doggers with a shadow fear potential around the corner, it's gonna be tough. Beastly getting hit with an interrupt for just a second, does himself dark back, but it's going to be, I think, Daniel trying to go for kite and run and hit in one strats. Run in, put some bleeds, run the other direction, kite the pets in circles, kite them all over the place. I think that's what he has to do. I think it's going to be his plan for now. As long as he doesn't get too many line of sights of Beastly, he may be okay, because those demon doggers and the Felguard could be very, very deadly. Gonna be a re-stealth, does get himself a proper stun, maybe an Axos to sub the Feral. I think he's expecting the Axos. He wants to kind of start heading back towards another side of the pillar. Mordico puts him out in the open with the Fear right after him. And it's gonna be the Feral slowed down by quite a bit. The Demon Doggers are charging back out towards him. As long as you got all your Demon Doggers with the Obelisk, they're gonna be able to do quite a bit of damage. Especially with the Demon Doggers, if they get those multiple bites and procs, that would be huge. Dark Pact may need to be used by Beastly immediately. Wall with the Dark Pact used really early on as Daniel trying to see if he can end them. He has to go for the hit and run, the bleed strats, but he needs to also mitigate the amount of consistent damage taken from Beastly. Maybe, potentially Tyrant, I think it's over. Yeah, the bleeds do set in. Oh my goodness, just bled him out. That is a rough one, man. That is a rough one. With those bleeds, not much you can do. Daniel does bring it back for his team at the end, though. Well done, well done. I'm surprised the Outlaw Rogue actually did go down. The Alien Blast does do work, by the way, chat. Apparently it still does decent damage. Let's go, boys. Let's get another one going here, yeah? Uno mas, uno mas. Wow, we have groups. Let me know if you guys need more boys, by the way, to join your group. I can join in and help you guys look for more. If you potentially need any. I can't increase my solo shuffle already because... No, my god. This is a beautiful butterfly. Thanks so much, Atho. I'm sorry to hear that, man. They did say that they're trying to work on a fix for solo shuffle so people don't leave. They're trying to make leaving even more punishing. Trying to make it like an account-wide debuff when you leave. And they're trying to give everybody else like points when they do win. I need one more. All right, Kevin. I can join in. I can join in, help you invite more. Maybe we'll get somebody on my real ID that I can toss an invite to. Who knows? It is the holidays, so it may be a little bit difficult to put a group together, but we'll give it the best shot, man. We'll give it the best shot we got. Pass me a lead and I'll host it. I mean to list it, just so I can relist it, so I can do my invites with the real ID. Because if I do it like that, then I can invite people through real ID and all the good stuff. DFNA, I don't remember what that was saved as, but 45, 46, 46, okay, here we go. That'll work. Gotta go down. Looking forward to joining in the future, Shad. Yo, thanks so much for joining, my guy. Appreciate ya. Flex, let me know if your team is still there or if you guys need more. Haster just joined the raid group. Let's go. So we got a Haste in here. Fantastic. So you guys don't really need me anymore then, huh? Could do one more. All right, I'll delist and I'll give Daddy Swift lead. Yo, Flex, is the team ready? Let me know. Let me know if team... Oh, Flex is just gone. It says Flex queued for random dungeon. So we're gonna take the boys on Team Flex and put another one together then, yeah? Alright, I'm forming the second group. Everybody that were in Team Flex, you guys are more than welcome to join me tonight. Everybody that were in Team Flex, join back in for 5V5 1v1 if you guys want to keep going. Kevin has a group. We have one group with Kevin. Hayes is gonna be joining us for one more. But Flex's team, if everybody were on our team, it looks like that team fell apart completely. If you guys want to keep going, I have a team ready in LFG. And 5 points in the 1.9k MMR on Holy Death Knight Dash Warlock. I can match them for real. Both healers were insane, keeping me alive. Second can back up when they die. That is nutty. I don't know about a Blood Death Knight in these arenas. Yeah, I don't know about a Blood Death Knight in these arenas. If Zebus wants to go in as a DPS, like a Foster on Holy, I'll be down. But a Blood DK... A Blood DK insane or something? Okay, maybe I will let Blood DK play, because normally we have a rule, no tanks. But if you have like a big one shot as a Blood DK, not like a, it takes you 40 seconds to ramp up and then you maybe kill somebody with throw attrition. But like a, you walk in, couple of globals, or like a short setup and then big, massive crit. That'll be down. That'll be down, because I would be interested in seeing it. But I just don't know if Blood DK can do that, can they? I don't know if they can. Please enhance them in the team. I'll try. We'll see if we get one in, man. We'll see if we get one in. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to. You guys are more than welcome to join in. These are all community based. Y'all just abandoned me. It's flex, man. It's flex. You could have just passed lead to Val and you could have kept the group going. I didn't know if you guys had another group or whatnot. But now we have it. By the way, I've also been seeing a lot more monks in PvP. I've been loving that. More mist viewers in PvP, man. And a lot of them have been playing like a fist build. This guy isn't playing it, but a lot of them have been playing like a fist focused build with the Phalanx Stomp. The damage they do with single target right now in PvP is not terrible. I ran into one the other day who was trying to like fist sweep me, and he was doing work. He was healing for a while. Let's talk to Warrior. Sounds good, Var. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So we'll get Var in, and we'll need a +1 still chat. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to him. I can also see, can I get Rev in here? Is he around? Rev. Is he on RAV, maybe? Because a lot of you guys have like multiple different names for like one name for Real ID, one name for... Yeah, one name for Real ID, one name for character name, and all that. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think he's on. I don't think he is. Let's see if I want to join in. Pop off with Arcane for a bit. 40 is on EU. For some reason I thought it was on A. Gemis Elendilio. He's leveling. Prize bad. My man Kyun Solo Q. Beat isn't just ban. Babe wants to join in. Warrior Brain. Yo. Burst Nasty. I like that name. I like the way that sounds. You got Bald in here maybe? Is he work on? Work is not on. That already is hiding. Let me see if I can ask where was he? Beat. Hey Beat. He's in the just pants. I don't know if he's doing anything. Hey Beat. We hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels this evening. Wait. A real ID message? From whom? Solar? Oh. Oh, it's all good. Yo, it takes time to extract the Solar. I say you like don't show the stream like would you be interested in joining some? One guy had to leave, need one more back in queue. Alright. So we'll hopefully see if we can get some more boys in here, yeah? I guess I can just start asking people on my real ID. Ask anybody and everybody I know. Kasumi? Oh, okay. He's back? Okay. After this quest? Okay. So we can get beat for this team and I'll need a +1. Kaiser? Kraken? Oh, maybe Kraken wants to join in. Lux maybe potentially? Or is Lux in? No, Lux is already in. Okay, that I got confused there for a second. I was like, well, hold on, but it's like, oh wait, no, okay, we already have him. Because he has like what, CO, Lux, Billy. I am terrible names, man. I am bad with names. Am I blood, please? Wait, should I actually still do the blood DK for 5V5 1v1 DUELS? Hold on. Question: are you the blood DK? Second question: do you actually have like a PvP build, like one shots, or is it like a battle of attrition build? Because I don't really know if I would want to do battle of attrition. You know what I mean? Like, if there's like some kind of a, like we had a brewmaster back in the beta who had a one shot, couple of kegs, 90% of someone's health is gone in 2 seconds. Big damage. So, like I wouldn't really want to bring a tank if they just have like a slow battle attrition game. You know what I mean? Normally we don't have tanks join in for 5v5 1v1 duels in general, but if you have like a big bursty build that can actually like one-shot somebody, like a couple of globals and you just blast them out of the way, like a big damage build, I'm not against seeing one, but like it gotta be really, really cheesy. But like bringing an actual blood deacon for 5v5 1v1 duels is just like, the tanks usually just outlive their target, but it's like a very slow long game. Yeah, that's why we usually don't have tanks joining these duels. It's only for DPS. Unless they have like a weird cheesy build that they want to show off, and it's like, you know what, I could do some damage. That one monk on beta was insane. What's up, Psych? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we'll get beaten here on this team as soon as he's done with this quest. And then I need to get a couple of my boys over on the NA. Because Flex is just doing some questing, I think, or sort of Kane? Where your brain, so he's already in. I guess you could ask Tank. Hey, Tank. Hey, Tank. Tank. Currently, we are hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels. Would you be interested in joining some? Because maybe we can get him for Kevin Landers, because Kevin got a group also as well. Over in the over in the LFG. I got more of you guys joining in. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to, by the way. I need advice. Hit me with it, my guy. Hit me with the advice. I got conquest gear and stuff, 0 crafted things for normal 3 set. Like PvP crafted gear? I haven't done any crafted gear at all for PvP at all. I know I kind of repeated myself there just now, but is crafted gear worth it? Like the 5% DR or reduction on CC and like that helm with enchant or whatever? Like, is that don't need that? Which one would you guys recommend? DK or a monk? Take DPS and a healer. Ooh, I do Demon Hunter there or Death Knight. Oh, I do. I thought Demon Hunter was one of them. I'll probably do Death Knight because Unholy is pretty good and Blood is solid. Brewmaster is kind of squishy, but it's not going to be squishy for too long. It's going to get better over time as you get better gear and endgame gear in like future raids, because your stacking skills with agility. So the more agility you get, the better you get. The crafted gear with 5% reduced stuns is best. Okay, I just don't know if it's like insanely good or not. It's a free piece of conquest gear. True, but like I already have like boots that give me like, I already got boots from like the World PvP boots, because I was originally going to use those for PvE as well. But like I don't know if I should get the resources and then craft those leather boots too. Like, do I need to? Is it a must? Or yeah, like I just don't know like if I need, if it's like a must have, or we're just like, yeah, it's decent. Fang, yo, my man, let's go. We got Fang in this one, boys. So who I'm gonna make lead here? Beastly, Warrior Brain, Anthenia. I'll make Warrior Brain lead. The Sword of Cain, yeah. Okay, and we need help. Okay, here we go, and I'll make a lead. Almost removed removed you. I'll leave party. Okay. I can help invite. I can help if you need assistance. Let's see. Moxie, isn't that the guy I did some Marines with before? I think it was. So we got us as another 5 phone and dual groups, boys. We're trying to. I'm gonna delist it and relist it real quickly, just to make sure my I can do invites through cross faction stuff. Well, we got one group with Varlip leading that one, so it's a 5-man of the rating. We just need a one more and we'll be good to go, boys. Uno mas and we'll be good to go. Which who else I could ask? Because B said, yeah, I'll be down, but I think he haven't really said much since. So I don't know if he's like still doing it or whatnot. To the fat. I don't know if is Mbani free because he's in arena right now on the Panda Priest. Probably doing his own thing. I feel like I've been bothering him if I said anything. Kasumi? Oh wait, no, I forget. He doesn't actually PvP. Actually, I haven't talked to this guy in so long. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in forever, man. It's been a long while. Long while. Does Kraken potential wants to join in? Kaiser? Maybe? Hey Kaiser. We currently hosting 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Wanna join in for some? Even one second. Advice is I need to play. I play in a private WiFi server, and I want to know what's the best class of BGs and Shadowlands 927. Wait. Now I got a question. Out of all the expansions you're playing on a private server, why are you playing the Shadowlands one? Like, I would play Wrath or Mop or Legion or something, you know? Why Shadowlands per se? I am interested. Why that one? Why not the other ones? I mean, if you have like, you know, if you're already doing private server, which is TOS, but at that point, like you're already doing like, you know? Why Shadowlands? If you don't mind me asking, is Shadowlands was a demon hunter? I guess Shadowlands is okay, but now we got more questions than answers here, though, honestly. I'm just does Twister wants to join in? Let me ask him. Hey Twister, we hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels this evening. Want to join some? While I'm here, I don't know if he's around or not. I'll ask him either way. Man. The holidays. Man is fried. Shadowlands, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I guess Demon Hunter is like a okay choice. I think Rogue was also good back in 927, wasn't it? Wait, what was good in last patch, I guess? What was good last patch? Wasn't Rogue insane last patch? Demon Hunter? I don't remember what was actually good in like overall. We usually just do DPS because it's more balanced that way. Yeah, Twister's a healer, never mind. Yeah, that's not gonna work out well then, huh? Batman, does he want to join in potentially? Okay, ready, invite. Oh, we got beat. We got this man beat. Okay, cool. We got beat in here. Perfect. Okay, we got a group. All right, so I'm gonna delist it. Wait, you gotta delist it. Delist, and we good to go. Sorry, Kevin, I accidentally made you lead before delisting. I should have delisted, they made you lead, thank God. Yeah, no tanks. No tanks? What do you mean? Why would you want a tank in the 5v1 dueling arena? Hold on a second. Hold on one quick second here, champ. Okay, Sword of Cain. I just want to make sure I have you out here on reality, yeah? Okay, so we put you here. Kevin, you're out here. Ready? Perfect. What are we going to throw you guys into, man? It's a match. Sword of Dark End. Then we got Kevin Lander. S5. Did I just do a grand again? I feel like a grand is fine, and we can do like Hook Point, Lordaeron, Dalaran, Siwas, all those things. Get through all these arenas out of the way. And there was a Prop Warrior one-shot. There was one, like honestly, if there was a Prop Warrior one-shot, that'll be alright. It is something to me, that's why I play Shadowlands. Really? I never get to play Shadowlands and try kind of like Covenant abilities a lot. Well, I hope you enjoy it. If you ask almost anybody that played in Shadowlands, you wouldn't really get like a positive response, I don't think. But there it is, man. You know what I mean? There it is. Incredible. Let me try it again. I don't know if it worked or not. Let me try it. Uno mas, boys. Let's go. Nagrand. Why is Nagrand not working? Okay, Nagrand is bugged. I have no idea. Dalaran sewers? Because Nagrand ain't working. Let's try the sewers. Maybe that'll work? Bang is offline? Okay. We'll give him a second. Let me know when you're ready. Fang just joined in. Hopefully he's all good. Make them suffer against blood. Why? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I can blood is again. If blood is like a big one shot, where you just walk in, big death check for half of someone's health. I would love to see it. But if blood is going to be like a slow, painful game, like I wouldn't want to watch it. The boys wouldn't want to watch it. The boys wouldn't want to play it either. You know what I mean? Like if a tank can't do burst, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like someone said, protection warrior one shot. Like if when the one existed, I'd be like, you know what? Let's put it in here. I would love to put a video out on a Prot Warrior one shot in 5v5 duels. I'm not against it whatsoever, but yeah. Could put 70k death strike. Is 70k a lot? I mean, it's. Can you do it like back to back to back, or is it just like I could do it like once? I guess I would need to. I'm not against trying it maybe once. I guess. Like if you could like guarantee like yo I can go in and I can pipe, I can blast somebody out. Gonna need more one more I think. Is Fang not coming back? That's unfortunate. Hopefully Fang makes a return. If you need to relist it sword or Valor, just relist it in LFG. Just relist it in LFG in case Fang comes back. Yeah, Raid's Legacy. We can get a +1, it'll be good to go. You do like 6 in a row. I mean, if you want to try it, like if you can guarantee it. But if it is one of those long games or whatever where it's like, okay, this guy's just trying to like out heal everybody into battle of attrition, then at some point I could be like, you know what? Everybody could jump on the death and take him out of the game. We could reset and go again. So just to be aware, like if this is like, you're like, yo, I can totally burst and it's going to be like a tanky build. If the boys get bored of it and they just start rushing at you, nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? Because normally we don't even have tanks in the arena to begin with. Yeah, bro, like for real, DK, why? But normally I like stuff people don't like. Well, I mean, like, I totally get it, that thought process. Like, I usually like playing Auto Rogue. Like, it's not always popular, but it's just a playstyle I like. But the bar power systems of Shadowlands, I felt like were objectively looking back at it. We gave them all a chance, but like, it's just too much borrowed power in comparison to DF, right? Like, is there a fun to? I mean, maybe they're fun if you never played Shadowlands and you're playing like the version in 925. Let's get you guys in down to it. Like, I guess like if you never played the initial Shadowlands version of the game, you never played the original. All right, you got a list. There we go again. Potentially. The grand maybe. How did you list? I'll go. I'll send you guys in a grand. That should work. That should fix it. That should fix it. Yeah, it fixed it. Yeah, let's go. Did you listen? We found a way to break through it. Bring in the tank. All DPS can annihilate the tank. I guess so, yeah. Like if the game is going for too long, we can just let the DPS all attack him at once if they want to. Oh, we got an evoker in here, man. Roar LOL. I like it. Oh, okay. This is interesting. This is interesting development. Roar LOL. Let's go. I am interested. The evoker's got bugged by quite a bit. Disintegrate should be a big hitter right now. Like if you go for immunity wall as well as the shroud, you should be able to just beam somebody down like entirely. That could be interesting. That could be fun. But yeah, like imagine chat, like if you never played, like imagine this. You never played Shadowlands. You never were in there for patch 1 or patch 2. And you have never played Shadowlands and you're walking into 927. Tier sets immediately there. Covenant abilities easily swappable. Renown easy to grind. Like if the game started out in the state that 925 was, maybe it would have been a better game overall. Because by the end of it, it was fun, but by then people were so tired of it. So maybe I could kind of see that perspective. But like, switch. But like looking back at the SL, like from the start, the get-go, the beginnings, and then head into where we were by the end of it, it was like, it wasn't worth the run. It really was not. You know what I mean? Hate's gonna be first up versus Beastly Logs. That's the Demonology Warlock looking for the big ramp. Haste is gonna have the chore of trying to stop that big ramp in the opener. You want to try to prevent the big pit lord from blasting it. Maybe save a few for the pillar may not be a bad idea, and then the portal could be up really early on as BC someone in more pets for a haster could potentially go for a big old meaty tyrant. It's going to get the tyrant. Part of that setup is happening. The ramp is going to be quite deadly. Stun onto BC, trying to go for big eruptions, but he's just hoping to lock it down big. Obelisk there, Tyrant or Pitlord comes out. There goes the disperse. You gotta find a way to deal with that Pitlord because that gets slapping you for 40Ks. That thing gets you for 40K pop. That thing is so meaty. With a quick fear onto the pets, does send him scattering all over the place. Big void eruptions onto Beastly. He's gonna maybe be able to hit a couple of them, but the Dark Pact is gonna give him some survivability. Haste rotating out a big Vampire Brace so he could potentially just drain health off of these boys little by little. As it says, the shadows, the dots all over the place. Definitely want to maintain the dots on the main pet as well as Beastly for extra procs of damage and also just overall more healing because you do get some healing with VTs and those DPs. Stun, as for stun, as Haster and Beastly are both going to get CC for a moment and to go down trying to approach for Beastly, but he doesn't quite get it as Haste does dip behind the pillar. The Demon Doggers are going to be chasing after him. Big Dark Ascension is going to be able to slap all the pets out of the way. Maybe can horrify the pets. Mortal Coil gets sent in as Beastly goes in for a quick fear onto the Shadow Priest. Haste may want to get back to the behind the pillar, but actually going to go for mind control, mind games instead with a silence, as there's going to be a portal out for Beastly looking to get away from him. Shadow Fury does end up capitalizing on it. Beastly taking a lot of damage right now. The dots are really ramping up on him. Spikes to follow is going to go for a big soul burn Hellstone, trying to go and consume the cookie to get himself a bit of recovery. His one big reset. The Tentacle does spawn in. Beastly trying to go in for even more of a Tyrant play together with the Obelisk. It's going to be quite a bit of damage. This is where Hasten needs to be very careful because all those pets are going to be quite empowered as Beastly trying to see if he can maximize damage versus Haste. Another set of Demon Doggers on top of it. That's a lot of Demon Dogger damage right now with the Disperse, trying to see if you can avoid it entirely. 1.5 minute CD on that Tyrant, but I also think the Disperse is a 1.5 minute CD, so at least you should be able to have a Disperse for every single one of the goes of Beastly. Is going to be a quick fear off of the Mortal Coil as Beastly needs even more damage to break through Haze, but Beastly not really doing great right now. So far, Haze has done a fantastic job of just CCing the Warlock and just dealing with him. Dark Ascension may give him a little bit of a play. Mind games onto Beastly, trying to walk next to him. Maybe one of those void bolts attached to him with a silence to follow. Double tentacle on him, and that's going to be big drains on the Beastly. The man has no health at all. Quick execute, Haze does end up taking him out. Looking for a little bit of reheal as Lanthania the Rogue is going to be skulking into stealth. Also on the team one, we got ourselves Roar, LOL. I don't know if they'll get a chance to play. We got Warrior Brain there, as well as Alf. Oh, did I swap to the wrong person? I meant to swap to Alf, but it got some Beatman on team two with that is to Daniel, iFox, and it's going to be Haste. Trying to see if he can avoid the Rogue, trying to avoid those pistol shots around the corner as the man just riddling him with bullets. Getting shot by the Rogue, looking to get a setup versus Haste. Sabs to follow. Haste may have to pop big defenses here. Fear onto the Rogue, needs to go for healing. That poison is going to tick out on you and do a lot of damage. Looking to get some dots onto Lanthania, but definitely needs to be looking out for his own health. Got himself Empirical Brace, needs to go for big heals. Disperse in 8 seconds, trying to keep himself alive. Stun to Lanthania. Lanthania with a trinket, kid shot into Haze. The man got nothing left unless Disperse the last second, trying to maybe go survivability. There goes Disperse, trying to get himself as much healing as possible. My goodness, also the Aegis does end up proccing as he gets super low. That is rough. Lanthania is taking a bit of damage from the Mindbender as well as the dots over time though. So Haze potentially could maybe whittle out the Rogue little by little. Maybe could be in an okay spot. Could have shot by the Rogue yet again. Haste has no response for this one. Maybe has a fear for the Rogue. Big ambushes back to back. Does go for the fear. Gets himself a little bit more health. Definitely wants to get aggressive, but man, just can't do much with the Rogue. Able to just between the eyes here real quickly with those pistol shots right after. Daniel looking to find the Rogue. Does he go for quick swipes out in the open? The Rogue has a drone rush rolling in. Daniel with a bear form. Picking up the eye. Looking to find the Rogue, maybe capitalize on him, just going for the big bleeds and rock him down. The Owl Rogue so far has actually had a pretty decent duel versus the Guardian Druid, versus the Feral Druid, because you really put enough pressure, forcing the Feral Druid in bear form almost the entire game, and then you just keep ambushing right through that armor. With Find Weakness letting you bypass any of those defenses. Going to be Barkskin it up for Daniel very early on. Trying to go for bleeds on Lanthania, but that's an evasion with a Septus to follow. Does the man have a Dispel for the poison? Because that's going to do quite a bit of damage. Ambushes up, but that's going to be ambushes through the Barkskin, through the bear armor. May ambushes Lanthania for just a second. Full baits are over the big old bite. Lanthania trying to get counter aggressive. Can they do it though? Looks like they're still in, but then it's going to be a bite to lock out the game with Warrior Brain charging in. Trying to see if he can potentially reconnect with Daniel. Can he do it? Just charging in. As Daniel looking for a bit of a re-stealth. Warrior Brain has the opportunity of either picking up the eye or waiting out for the Feral Druid. Which one is he going to choose? I think he's trying to pick up the eye. And Daniel is just going to hang behind the pillar, recover as much health as humanly possible. And Warrior Brain should be able to stop the approach here, stun by the Feral, get himself a proper opener, and potentially could go for dots as well as maybe roots onto Warrior Brain. There's a lot of ways you can approach it. Either go bleeds and just root him in place, not let him touch him at all, or go win bleeds and bites and just kite him out, go for restalls. So maybe they try to stay a little more aggressive. Stormbolt out of the Warrior, big damage on Daniel, does go for a trick and right afterwards. There's going to be lots of output by the Warrior. Potential Daniel could be in big way trouble. Has himself defensive in case he needs to Barskin, and the bleeds are just rotting the Warrior down. Does he have bitter immunity, which will help him clear all of his bleeds and give him a heal? He may not. Does burn a Warlock Hellstone from his team. It's going to be yet another stun. Trinket out of the Warrior. Can you reconnect with Daniel? He needs to find a way to go for big heals. And Rage Channel is used right now to give him a little bit more health to work with. Plus the damage reduction on his bleeds. But unless he can reconnect with Daniel and go for Bloodthirst and Bloodbaths, he won't be able to get much of recovery here. Maybe in a bit of a tight spot. Eyes are back up. Could potentially pick him up as well. But he knows the Feral should be on him. Whirlwinding around you may give you a little bit of a better cover. Gonna be full dots with the Root. He's just gonna beat this man out while in the Root. You can't even do anything. Oh my goodness. Daniel just tried to cheese him out. But it's gonna be Warrior leaping in. Does give himself a little bit of healing. Big blasting damage onto Daniel with full cooldowns at the ready. Does Warrior Brain have enough survivability here? Quick maim with the dots. I think he's just gonna rot down behind the pillar, as Daniel was trying to play it as safe as possible, saving a majority of his defensive and offensive cooldowns for the next guy, because the dampening is just going to keep ramping up little by little. Alf out in the open with the A-bomb, looking for the Feral Druid, but the Feral dipped way away from him, is behind the pillar, catching a couple of regrowths. Alf may be able to just catch him, maybe with a Death and Decay singeing at the Feral's paws, and that's going to be a stun opener by the Feral Druid. Immediate IBF out of the Death Knight, stun onto the kitty. No Trinket at the ready. Does have a wall. May need to tank this up completely. Barskin is used really early on. I think he wants to not overlap Barskin and Walling if he can. Shot him out for just a second just to break the aggro off of those undeads, and is able to back away. That's rough. It was rough, Val. It definitely was a little bit rough, man. As a Warrior versus a Feral, there's not much you can really do when they're like behind the pillar, keeping you rooted and bled up. Gonna be a Trinket out of Alf. Does he have enough survivability here? Wall out of Daniel, hold on to big renewal. Gonna be a dark pack for Alf. Does not have a way to heal, but he's just using the health to buffer himself just a little bit longer just so he can stay on top of Daniel. But I don't know if he can be able to do it with Roar. LOL. It's gonna be last one left as the Evoker charging out towards Daniel, trying to see if he can catch him. Full mastery damage at the ready. Got himself a Trinket off of that maim. And Daniel looking to escape him as best as possible. Roar does have himself the wall, so he cannot be interrupted while casting immunity as he's dotted up. Maybe trying to see if he can clear the immunity. I'm not really sure what this animation is. Kind of got stuck in the animation lock for a second. Is this man just dead? I think he was able to cleanse the bleeds just real quickly. Trying to go for Eternity Surge with a big deep breath, but I don't know if it really connected with Daniel. That or he just doesn't run the stun element of it. Big beams to follow. Got himself big slap and damage. Actually, lots of procs looking for a bit of a heal. But I think Daniel may just have a big bite, and that's it. Unless you can chop with a Feral Druid while you got a full burst Evoker, that may be a little rough. But Dan going for 1v4. Well done, well done. Feral Druids are terrifying, chat. Actually, terrifying. Alright, let's get another one going, yeah? Let's get another one going here, boys. Did you guys actually get the queue? It looked like it said queue for Dalaran Silver join. Let me know if you guys got a full team or we get another one up and running, yeah? Sword of Kane, we got ourselves Kevin. Let me know when your boys are all good to go. We'll get an Unomas in here. Get at least 50 out of the way, because we've got to catch up to the EU, man. They got a lot of games last week, or yesterday even. Little content, man. Thank you so much, Zestro. Welcome, welcome. The playstyle of Feral Druid is as bad as tanks. It personal preference. I feel like Feral Druids, when they play super hyper aggressive, is super fun, but like a safe Feral with bleeds and rots and kites, not my favorite. Not gonna lie. Feral, I feel like Fire and Guardian Druid because it's in a barrel from outside of the CDs. I mean, they get punished for it too, because you don't heal nearly as much anymore. Like against an Outer Rogue with ambush and find weakness, if we just chill there, like eventually they're gonna be able to break through it. I feel like them sending a bear form actually gives you an opportunity to build up some DM. Although I feel like with a healer, it helps them a ton. But by themselves nowadays, there's some healing they could do, but not a crazy amount. Lost another Evoker. Ready? Alright, so we got Kevin Landers at the ready. If you need help setting up groups, VAR, invite me and I can get you in. We get a bear and a tank here, we lose the pressure for it. You do. Plus, with the way that people play right now, the dampening and the healing overall reduction for hybrids. I would guess everybody really. Wait, Kevin is looking for more? Haster left? Okay, so we got 3 left here. Okay. I'll list it. So we got 3 on this team. And then VAR needs 1 more. If you want to list yourself VAR in Raids Legacy, that will work out too. We'll try to see if we can slap some groups together. But we need 2 more on this team. And then 1 more on Team VAR. I'm listed. Okay, good. So you should be able to see both groups over in LFG. Or not? What you have is listed right now? Yeah, I don't know where you listed yours in VAR. If you list yourself in Raids Legacy, then people can find it and hopefully join in through cross faction. Saying the dot and run lame after a while, for sure. I fucks join in. Let's go, my guy. 1 mods for this team, boys, and we'll be good to go. And we'll need no, we won't be good to go. We need 1 more hero, and this team will be good to go. And then we need to get 1 more for VAR. You guys don't understand hit and run is fun? Very. It's just only 1 lol. You guys don't understand pharaohs? Okay, no. We do understand pharaohs. But we can also okay, Billy, you can't just say that. You guys don't understand pharaohs. Actually, it's really fun. And it's like, well, I can't. I was like telling somebody who doesn't like vanilla ice cream. It's like, yeah, I don't like the flavor. No, you don't understand vanilla. It's actually really, really good. It's like, well, I taste vanilla. I tell you, my taste buds just don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's the same with watching Arena and you're watching somebody play a class. And if you're just not having fun watching it, you can't help it. You can't just be like, you guys don't understand it. Otherwise you enjoy it. That is not how it works. I got Q. Okay, sounds good. You got a +1? Are you good? Or you need 1 more? Is that what you're saying now? Yeah, I feel like telling people oh, you guys don't understand it, then you would find it fun. I don't think that works. I feel like you have eyeballs, right? Most people do, at least. They see what they see and they can be like, yeah, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying this, or nah, I'm not really. You know, it's that simple from a viewer perspective. I feel like the problem is a lot of you guys do compete. It's one thing to compete and play from your perspective. Maybe you're having a blast and it's awesome. But from a viewer perspective, it can be a whole nother thing. And what I usually favor is that viewer perspective. I favor the fun. But that's me. We understand for us, but Shadowlands is the one that complained about red killing a single divine tower is fun versus their paladins. Well, Shadowlands had little issues of their own. Shadowlands burst was one-shotty. It was just what was unfun. We got another warrior. Hell yeah! So you guys are good. You guys got a 5 then. VAR, because we just need 1 more then. It will be good to go. If you tell me you got everybody, we could just need 1 more. We'll be chilling. Let me scan through my real ID list. See if we can get a couple of boys in here. You got 5? Awesome. Who else can I invite? I feel like I asked just about everybody. Pancake is leveling a Dronai. Ren, I don't think Ren... Does Ren play PvP? Let me ask Ren. Hey Ren. We're hosting some 5V5 1v1 Duels tonight. Wanna join? Question mark? Let's see if Ren says anything. I don't remember if Ren joins the duels or not, because I do have some people that are PvE only, SAP only PvEs. Rowan, I don't remember either. I guess I could ask Rowan if Ren doesn't respond in a bit. Yeah, we can do that, honestly. But it's very repetitive. It's just what was not fun about the Kyrian bursts of Red Pally. He's asking what time. Hosting some now. Long time to see. Long time. I thought I had you. I thought it was pretty before Ren. Did I not? Or am I wrong with that? Huh. Because I try to whisper to people as much as I can. Or message you guys whenever possible. Boom, get better the feral. I do like Boomy because we don't see a lot of them. But an aggressive feral can be really fun to watch. A really, really solid feral. Big damage. Okay. I don't know how long you have on this one. Oh, so they're not in... Are they in the dungeon right now, or are they... Not in. I can't tell. Like when it said on around planes, it would say dungeon, right? Oh, Rowan is EU anyway. I was about to invite him. Or ask him, I was like, hey, you want to join in? Tay's doing his own thing. Twister is healer. So that's not gonna work. Batman? I could ask Batman. Oh wait, does Batman join in normally? I don't know. I could ask Bald. Hey, Bald. Some 5v5 1 duels this evening. Want to join? Wait, right now? Oh, no. 5v1 duels. Right now. Want to join that? Want to join for some? Let me see if Bob wants to join in. Maybe he got like a main or something he wants to pop in on. ASAP Turk? I could also ask ASAP if he wants in. Hey. ASAP? Wanna join some 5v5 1v1 duels this evening? I have one spot open. I'll ask Bald, not ask ASAP, see which one responds first. But yeah, what the people didn't like about the SL PvP is it felt like there was no counter. It was like, oh, everything is fine, and you playing, playing against another class, and you're using abilities, they're using abilities, counter for counter, offensive for defensive, CC for CC, all that. And then when the paladin just presses Divine Toll and then randomly get lucky, right? Everything is fine, everything's predictable. Paladin presses Divine Toll, and he either uses Divine Toll, and then he can get some damage buff, but then somebody can respond to Divine Toll and press a defensive to counter it or whatever. Or Paladin presses Divine Toll, more hammers than expected fly, and you're just dead. So you go from like save, everything's fine, everything's predictable, and then dead. So there's like no way to predict it whether you were just gonna die or live. That's what a lot of people didn't like about SL. Like it was bursty. I liked the fact that it was faster than PFA PvP, but then it became way too fast, like way too quick. You just like breakneck speed. Like things were dying, but then dying like instantly. So what could you do? So I feel like there's a problem that people had with the yeah, was Koopa a rogue? It is. I have a lot of rogues at it, god damn. But yeah, that's what it was just too quick. It was like unpredictable. It was just like out of left field. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay, cool. Nothing you could do about it. It didn't feel like, oh, it's like you basically had to predict or be clairvoyant. And I feel like that was frustrating. Like seeing a burst from a while over. Sure, I'll come by. Let me walk over. Okay. Got one ink. Then we good to go. I got one coming by and we'll be good to go, boys. ASAP Turk hopping over so I can get him in here. VAR? Am I able to VAR? No, I'm with Kevin. VAR, let me know when you're ready. Because we got one more, we'll be good to go. I'm gonna swap my mouse real quick and go for my guy. Blood Death Knight Chain is nuts in 3v3. Trust me. Really? Okay. I mean, I just don't know how good it is in 1v1. Isn't it like a chain where you like apply it to multiple people and then you hit one and everybody else takes damage? Does that work in pets? I don't know. I'll need to look into blood. Like I'm not against somebody I'm not against like having a blood DK maybe once just to see it. But if it's like if I don't see like burst or big damage, I don't know. Raid. That's what I need. Here we go. My mouse may disconnect mid-duel. Oh, you're good, my guy. You're good. Alrighty. Duelist, making Kevin lead, and we'll be good to go. Bup, and we should be good to go. Let's see. What arena have I not done yet? We haven't done sewers at all. So let's do Dalaran sewers real quickly. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Stupid night shift kind of was dead in stream. Oh, good Foxy, you're good, my man. You're good. The stream is going to be a VOD, and the best moments are going to go as a video at the time. So don't worry about it. Do you guys think they'll introduce new dragons we can fly on? I think maybe. There were some new lanky dragons, like long dragons. Data mine from before. We don't know if they'll actually add some, but that would be cool, wouldn't it? More new dragons, different types of dragons, so eventually we'll have like a whole array of dragons we can fly. More customizations. If anything, if they don't do new dragons, I hope they introduce like new scales, new customizations, new bits and bobs and pieces and armors and stuff. But there was one like link, think of like a serpent, like the Mr. Pandaria serpents. So it's kind of like that, but less of like the serpent with the whiskers and that dragon snout. But it's more like, it was a lengthy dragon, but like a very different look to it. It was more, Man, what's it called? There's one dragon they had in the store that was like a big golden one with like a armor and like a jaw, but it's more closer to that. It's like a really, really long. It's kind of big too. But it's very, very similar. It's like a mix of like, because it got wings too. So it's like a serpent, like a jade serpent, but with wings as well. It's a mix of those two together. It looked pretty cool, but we don't know if it actually comes out. So potentially, based on data mining, maybe. Alrighty, boys. So Twitch. Got ourselves team one together with Beatman as a Retribution Paladin ready to go with Daddy Soup. Looks like maybe first up. No, Beatman charging out in the open, but maybe they're a bit confused. Who's going to be first, going to be last? Daniel CEO in the back of the Feral Druid, IPAC Survival. And we got ourselves Machiavelli on the Mage versus what looks like Warrior Brain maybe first. Raw Dog over here hanging out as a Arms Warrior. Lithania, we got us Beastie with Alfred, so it looks like Warrior Brain is going to be first up. Stormbolt to the Daddy Swift as he does get hit with a disarm. Is going to go for big damage, big bleed, roar onto Daddy Swift with full death mark on him. The death mark has been reduced by 30%. Is it going to be enough though for Warrior Brain to survive it? The 30% damage reduction I think may not be enough as Warrior Brain does get to reconnect. Big defensive, trying to play into the rage regen, get himself a big kill, needs those bloodthirst heals, but Daddy Swift with a crippling poison just slows down Warrior Brain. Only fighting him whenever he is ready. With big and venoms back to back, Warrior Brain needs anything to heal right now. You man may be in trouble, but that is what does end up. Dishing out the poisons, ripping through the warrior, little by little bleeding him out. With Beastlocks going in with a couple of Handle Dons. I don't think Beastlocks wants to go for the ramp here yet, does he? I think essentially he'll want to do is just damage out through Data Suit, blast through him slowly but surely, not ramp on him, and then maybe save the ramp, the big nether portal ramp, onto somebody else later. But Daddy Swift does get to avoid him for the time being. Sap onto Beastlocks. Does he go out in the open? He definitely needs to be very careful of that main pet. Got himself a cheap shot with a Garrote onto Beastley with a big Dark Pact on the ready. Mortal Call sending him out in another direction. But it is giving him line of sight though. He walks him back up the stairs, put him out in the open of that fear. It's going to be able to, I think, dodge that second axe toss. The double Felguard is spinning on him. Data Swift with no help whatsoever. Does he have an interrupt for the fear? Maybe in a bit of trouble. Cheat Death Brocken really early on with a Demon Doggo bite. And Beastlocks does end up taking him out, with Beatman gonna be up next as a Paladin. This is where Beastly needs to give himself a bit of a moment to get himself Nether Portal. Beatman needs to stop the Nether Portal at all costs. Big Judgment comes out with a final Rex stun to follow onto Beastly. Does go in for the wall. Human Racial to break out of it with the fear onto Beatman. Does go Nether Portal. Demonic Tyrant maximizing the value of all these pets. Gonna be a big execution sentence. Is it gonna do a lot of damage? Hold on. Oh, it actually did a bit of damage. What is that? Beastly had to go for a big heal. Mortal, trying to see if he can get aggressive with Beatman. Got himself the obelisk, and this is where Beatman needs to be careful of this thing in particular. This thing is just choking right through you. This is for, oh my god, this Pit Lord is so scary. Oh my god, that thing is so terrifying. I never thought a Pit Lord would be that terrifying. Back in the beta, it was kind of like mediocre-ish, maybe some scary looking, but not really super scary damage. But maybe nowadays people have gotten used to like, okay, this is how I want to maximize the value of that pet. Maybe now that people got the ramp right, they got a really scary Pit Lord. That thing, every time it slaps you, it auto attacks so fast, and you can hit for up to like 40, 50, 60k crits, depending on how empowered that thing is. It is just absolutely, and you got all these other demons attacking you too, with the auto attack speed buff with the obelisk. It is just absolutely horrific. Fear onto Beatman. Man needs to get himself a little bit of recovery, looking to go behind the pillar. Then it's going to be the obelisk. Definitely wants to take it out as soon as possible. And it's going to be Beastly Lock, trying to see if he can swing by him. Spets all stunned up with a Wake of Ashes. Beatman trying to see if he can recover, get himself a bit of damage. But man may need to go for a Blessing of Protection at some point versus these pets. Blessing of Protection will actually be viable here. Lay in Hands is also another utility he can utilize. If he uses it early enough before he'll need to use Forbearance for Blessing of Protection, he may be able to get himself a big health recovery here, so he can stay aggressive. Blind into Beastly. Has a trinket in case he wants to use it. Beatman, I think, is going to play it very defensively. Is going to use that execution sentence. Does it do a lot of damage by itself? Stone onto Beastly. Trying to see if he can ramp up sooner to the execution. Does a little bit. Tyrant spawning in with a port for Beastly. Mortal into Beatman. Trying to see if he can avoid the Tyrant as best he can, but the fear is going to put him out in the open. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Shield event is giving him a lot of bit of survivability. Again, Lay in Hands does get used before dampening spikes up too hard. Dropping in a Consecration, looking for big damage. That's going to be maybe potentially a big setup by Beatman. Does he have any more ways out? It's going to interrupt the shot of the Warlock for a little bit. Does give himself a little bit of self-heal. Dark Pact from Beastly, as this is going to be the last bit of thing that he can really use in order to give himself defensive fear onto Beatman for just a moment. Stun onto the lock. Beatman with a final rank. Is it going to be enough that does a Paladin do it? He may just do it. Oh my god, he does take it. Dude, Paladin's got to fight every tooth and nail if they want to win a duel now. Their killing used to be absolutely impeccable and incredible, but now they gotta really work for it. Lintania the Rogue gonna be up next, swinging around the corner, got himself a roll of the bones buff. Okay, set of buffs, I think cooldown reduction mostly. Beatman's gonna have to be very careful. Wings available, I don't even know where you got the wings from. I think it was a proc, right? Potential domestic protection here. Gonna be a sepsis rolling in. May need to cleanse that sepsis. That's gonna do quite a bit of nature damage to you. And the rogue dives into stealth with Beatman trying to go for a bit of recovery. Sepsis tick is gonna do a bit. Yep, sepsis gave it quite a bit of damage. Stun to Lintania, maybe a blind to fall. Oh, Lintania does end up slicing right through him. With iFox gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can place a charge trap around the corner flare to get the rogue out of stealth. Grenade thrown in his face, get a shot onto iFox. Maybe a trinket, does trinket for it immediately with an evasion out for Lintania. iFox may need to put the rogue on ice. May need to do something to separate away from the guy. He's gonna go for a shadow mode with a coordinated assault while he's on some survival of the fittest. Damage reduction, disarm onto iFox. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Turtle assault to follow. Trying to give him some survivability. Lintania though, oh my god, does he know the strat? He knows the strat. Okay, so if you do this is a weird strat. He does take him out. If you have a hunter with a pet, and the hunter places turtle shell, if you press blade flurry on that pet and start attacking the pet, the blade flurry goes through turtle shell. It will disrupt the self-heal and will kill him through turtle shell. It is something weird going on, have no idea why, but it does work the way it does. Machiavelli is going to be next over for the team 2. An RK Mage versus a set of Brigadiers, the Rogues, the Warriors, the Death Knights. Oh my! Machiavelli could potentially take it here though. RK Mages are spooky. Question is, can you deal with the rogue? Can you fight through the outlaw, the sustained damage of this man, the ambushes back to back? Mav, more than welcome to join in. More than welcome to join in after this one. I don't know if he'll have people leaving, but if they do, you're always welcome. Machiavelli has to hold the fort, him and Daniel Co. Ambushes by the rogue, almost got him trapped up in a ring of frost. Gonna be the rogue breaking out of that freeze for just a moment. Gonna be a trinket for Machiavelli. May have to go for the alter time. He's gonna go for alter to get some more health. Block as he goes in for substance, trying to go for missiles onto the rogue. Alter time maybe still on him. Maybe not. Lintania is gonna go for a gouge, try to see if he can get away from Machiavelli. The man used the ice block really early on though, so we'll see how it works out for him. Explosion doesn't get the rogue out, doesn't quite do it. But it was close, ridiculously close. Ambush, kidney shot. Does he have a normal blink to break out of these stunts? I don't think he does, but that's going to be a full ambush out of the rogue with a shadow of blades. And that's going to be breathed by Machiavelli, maybe in a bit of trouble. Oh! The rogue rushes to him, taking him out. That was a rough one. Gouge onto Daniel CEO. Is the Frostmage, how's the Frostmage doing? They did get buffed recently AA, but I haven't seen him really play that much recently in PvP. I don't see him often. Apparently they can do big glacier spikes. Big one-shot with glacier spikes. And there's a big fire meteor build there too. Damn though. Lintania, kind of low on health. Trying to see if he can avoid Daniel, but it's going to be a stun. Gouge by the rogue. Chicken available for the feral in case they want to use it. Lintania does catch Daniel in bear form, in barkskin, pop an evasion maybe really early on, does get an ambush, but it's gonna be the feral trying to see if he can end the duel here. Blind, he's gonna go for a trinket, try to see if he can just stay on top of Lintania. He just feels he's super confident about it, does go for a stun. I think the rogue is gonna melt out right here. Double stun to follow. Gouge, I think the rogue's dead. The brutal slashes, the frenzy strikes are just gonna take him down. With the warrior gonna be up next, Raw Dog trying to see if he might be able to do this big damage onto Daniel though. Blade Storm. Oh my goodness, the warrior popping off, doing work. If you can only catch up to Daniel, get back next to him with a hamstring, lock him down in place, he could potentially take him. Stun, does Raw Dog trinket. Fear, does burn a trinket. Spear to follow. Daniel can't go anywhere, does go for a big defensive, gonna be Avatar with a parry, so his warrior is actually unbreakable. He's gonna go for a big war breaker versus Daniel, as a man who's gonna go for a bit of self-heals. Does go for a bit of reset, but looks like the warrior is still able to hit right through him with the bleeds, getting him out of stealth. And Raw Dog just sees another Stormbolt onto Daniel. He may be able to stab him. Bash for a Stormbolt. Does he take him out right here? Both stuns are going to be coming off, timing out at the same time. Dots are up for Daniel. I think he's going to try to see if he can play a long game, grueling dot game versus Raw Dog. The man is going to have to find a way to lock down the feral. Next Stormbolt could be very deadly for Daniel, but he's trying to see if he can get his health back up into that healthy state before the Stormbolt locks him down and puts him in a really tight situation. Raw Dog and can't really find the feral druid, but can keep him out of stealth. May aim onto Raw Dog, may be able to go for a little bit of health bolster right now with a commanding shout. Does it go for commanding shout? Maybe Battle Master Trinket, looking to go for a big war breaker, but Daniel sprinting out of there. Unless Raw Dog got a self-heal somehow, he may be in a bit of trouble. Blaze Storm to try to see if he can break the slow, but the bleeds are just gonna rot him. Not much you can do about it. That's a feral gameplay, man. Gonna be Alpha is trying to catch Feral Druid. He is out of stealth. Maybe can grip him. Wait. Is he not out of stealth? Or did Alpha just already burn a grip? Trying to go for Warlock gate fight. I'm surprised he's not gripping him. Isn't it out in the open? I thought it was out in the open for a second. Maybe not. Maybe the Feral dives in stealth as soon as he's in line of sight of Alpha. And he only gets out of stealth behind line of sight? I'm not even sure. I'm surprised. I thought Alpha would have just had him there with the grip. Opener denied by Alf as he drops in Death and Decay. Stinging of the Feral tippy toes. Gonna be trinket for Alf as the blind comes out. Alf needs to make sure he got all his pets, all his ducks in the corner, all his ducks lined up. And if he wants to make sure he got himself the biggest go. Big bleeds out onto Alf though, having to tank up as much as possible. Deathback used really early. Daniel with the Barskin trying to avoid it, but the pets are doing work on him. If he just lives long enough, maybe the pets all fall apart by the time he needs to use their abilities. It's actually a big bite out of the Feral. Man, I thought maybe the pets will be able to ramp up some more on the Feral, but I guess the Barskin and whatever healing he had at the end was enough. Well, there it is. Alrighty, let me know if you guys need more for your groups, because I want to keep going. This is really fun. This is really fun. 47, 48, 49, 50. Here we go. ASAP Turk. No pillar hump. I know. I can probably do a arena without a bunch of pillars. No way to take damp off. It's impossible. There's no way. I can't control it. I can't control damp. Yeah, beat. I have zero control on damp. Let me know if you guys need more in your teams. Maybe I can help you get some boys in here. Let me know. Let me know if you guys need more. I think I saved that one. Okay, okay. Dude, everybody switched to Feral, man. Everybody switched to a Feral Druid. That's so unfortunate. Stop it now? Okay. Ren is ready to join in some boys. If you guys need another one. Bald, I don't think ever responded back to me. ASAP, Demo Wugs did nothing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little yeah, healing, yeah, aggro seems to be the play. Playing defensively and healing forever, very difficult. Hey Dal, I'm looking for a group big dog flavor class. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll see what's open, friend. Yo, Var and Kevin, let me know if you guys are ready. Love gonna get some food. Sounds good, Billy. Thanks for joining, my guy. Appreciate you. Well, Feldra's doing good pretty once, yeah. Chat, if you guys need more, let me know. Kevin, as well as Var, are you boys ready, or you got a group listed? Let me check. Because we got a couple of boys, man. Red wants to join in, and Daylight Ends want to join in. Finished my Affleck, ready for 1v1 action. Let's go. Encore just alright. What's up, boys? What's happening, my man? Let's get you boys in here. Your opinion on Warlocks. Demonology is really tough to beat. Demonology is really strong, big ramp, but they did nerf down survivability a little bit. I feel like that makes them a little bit more playable against. Destro got some buffs. I think they're doing better. Affliction may still need a little bit more work, but we'll see. Apparently it was good in 3s. Me too, Del WTF. Mav? Okay, so it looks like we can maybe make a separate group right here. I don't know if Kevin or... I'll just start a separate group, boys. If y'all want to join in, more than welcome to. I'll see if I get Daylight Ends in here as well. Raf in here? Yeah. We need, I think, 2 more after this, potentially. 2 more? So we got with me... Okay. Mav. Are you here? Wartherus. Are you here? Viserith also wants to join in. I'm down. Who's Viserith? I just need to know who's who. I need to know who's who. Because I can get this group in here. Crackman in here? Let's go. And we got Red, I think. Hell yeah. Who's who, chat? I'm here, me. That's you? Okay, Viserith, we got you in. Kevin or Val, what you call it, Val? But I knew like Val's wrong, so I got stuck on the R. Group ready? Oh, okay. Sorry for joining. Thanks for hosting. So Kevin's group is falling apart. Does Var have a group? Still got 5? because I'm putting a group together. Anybody on Kevin's team, you guys are more than welcome to join us, by the way. Anybody on Kevin's team that couldn't join in, you guys are more than welcome to join. We need uno mas. We need uno mas. Find us in LFG, man. Raids, Legacy, or hit me up on Real ID. But let's go. Warthros, if you want to join in, man, you're more than welcome to. If you want to come in and slam on that shamansment. I'm in a group 1 out of 5. I got called to 17, so I had to dip. Okay, so we have a second group available. Bald starting to put them together. Where is it listed? If you list in raids legacy, they may be able to find it easier. Just had a 110k versus bite. Yo, the buff versus bite in 10:05. Are you ready for it? I'm it'll go bald. You're fine. You're fine. It just it's a little bit easy to find. Yeah, go ahead, VAR. Enjoy the 17, my guy. Everybody that was in VAR's team, by the way, can join Bald. They're trying to put a group together. I need 1 more for my team, and Bald needs 3 more. We'll be good to go. If you guys want to join in, everybody on team Varlip, you guys are more than welcome to join in. More than welcome to, boys. More than welcome to. I'm gonna close down some of these BNet messages real quickly, just to free it up a little bit. So we need 1 more on our team. All the teams are listed in raids. Hey, yo, let's go. Yo, Beatman, join the other one. Join Bald. Beatman, join Bald's team. Bald has a group as well, also in Raids Legacy, because this group is full. But Bald needs a couple more boys in there. Unless he's already full. Done? Ready? Ready? Hold on. R. Okay, we got Warthros. Beatman didn't get. Oh, maybe we'll get Beatman in the next one. Wait. I want to see if Bald has a 5-man or if he's like outski. I don't know what he means by done. No, he's still looking. He's still looking. He still needs 3 more. I'm just saying. I'm putting in the group. Okay. Back to the group. Bald has a second group listed. This one is full. But they are waiting for you. I can talk. You're good, Bald. You're good, my guy. You're good. Getting plans for Christmas out, just hanging out with the fam. What's up, Lewis? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Doing the alliance. You need everybody, man. You're more than welcome to join in. But this group is set up. I'm gonna delist this one. Beat has a team. I'm gonna pass this one to, I guess, Warthros. Yeah, I'll make him leader. But we do have a second group at the ready. If you guys want to join in, it's gonna be in Raids Legacy with Skills hosting the group. Hopefully he has this available for 5V5 1V1 DUELS. I can see if I can invite Beat into that group. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna see if I can join up, and I'll recommend or I'll invite Beat in there as well. I'll do it like that. Yeah, Bald, if you invite me, yeah, I'll invite Beat, man. Suggest invite. Target and friendly. Beat. Here we go. Wait, it says Beat is already in the group. Oh, is Beat done? Oh, Beat is already in the group. I think he's done. Okay, cool. But we got a second group chat. We got a second group in the Raids Legacy. They need 3 more. 3 more. You guys are more than welcome to. Got a full group. Wait, Shane, separate group? Hold on, Shane. What do I have you out on Reality? Where's the other group at? Who do I have you out on Reality already, Shane? Or do I need to add you? Let me know. Let me know, because I can queue you up. Because Warthros team is ready. Warthros team is ready, and we have a skills team can put together. I was trying to remember, like, is it Skulls the warrior or Skills the warrior? I'm bad with names. But how do I add you, Shane? Do you have me added in a real idea already? Because I can just add you, we'll be good to go. Alliance and Horde can join same team now. Yep. Alliance and Horde can join same team. It's cross faction. They added that in Shadowlands. Sent a request. Sounds good. I'm in a Beast Logs group. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, so Skills, keep the group running. Chicago wants to join in. Perfect. I'm gonna bail out. And who do I add? Are you Shadoris? Send request. Which one are you? Because I may not have enough space. If you're Shadow Wrist, no, it's a Shaman, isn't it? Lumia? Killjoy? Fax, Wolf, SB, Cool Crusade, Little Pants. Are you Little Pants? Because I'm really bad with like real ID stuff. Yeah. Shane, let me know which one you are. It's Baldwin. Okay, Baldwin. Gotcha. Oh, works out. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Now, can you whisper me real quick just on real ID? Just so I can have you like out here because it's much easier to manage you boys. And the other person in that group is Worthless. Okay, Worth, if you can whisper me too. I just added, who do I just add? Baldwin, anyone. Okay, invite spectator match is Baldwin 91. Worthless 5. That work? No, I don't think it did. Worthless. Hey yo, quick wisp, appreciate it. I think I messed up the invite spectator macro. Spectator match. Hold 21 and nice, we're in. Hell yeah, boys, we're in! Let's go! More 5V5 1v1 DUELS on the way. Hopefully it worked out. Hopefully it worked. Get us in here, boys. Get us in here, man. Gotcha though. You? Were you guys still in LFG? You guys might have been still in LFG. Let me know if I need to re-queue. If you were in LFG while I queued you, then it's not gonna work out. You need to make sure the group is out of the LFG window. But I don't know if you had an LFG or not. Let me know, boys. And Bald also still has a group over in the Raids Legacy if you guys want to find them. He needs one more and it'll be good to go. We queued, but it's not putting us in. 4 out of 5 need more. Sounds good. I'll try it again. Delisted real quick. Alright. I'll try to see if I can get you guys into a Nagrand. Or, not Nagrand, but... Lokadan, maybe? Yeah, all good. Yeah, Worthless. It happens. Yeah, I see. I guess I can do Nokodon. Let's do... Hook point? Let's do Hook point. Because it can do Nokodon. It's bugged on Nokodon, but Hook point should work. There we go. That works. So what happens is, when I list you, let's say for like Nagrand, but if somebody has it in LFG queue, that means Nagrand is bugged. But every other arena works. So if I do another arena, it will just redirect the team into a new one. And that'll work. Alrighty, boys. Let's have some fun tonight. Bring your best A game. Bring your best builds out here. Try all the different things you want to try. This is the place to try stuff out, man. Do your very best, and most importantly, have fun in the 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, or whatever the hell you boys celebrate. I appreciate all of you, wonderful, beautiful community, wonderful bastards. How to find groups? We do them in LFG. Normally we list them in Raids Legacy. We have a pin in the chat to show exactly how to join the groups, but that's usually how we do it, Devin. Anybody and everybody's welcome. We usually list you guys in streams, but usually find them in LFG. Did this, never done this, been a long time viewer? Yeah, you just need to make sure Bald has a group in LFG. If you go to Bald, what's up, Billy? And you go, if you go to LFG Raids Legacy, type number 5 in a search, you'll find a group called 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Join them and you're good to go. Bald is hosting one, you just join in and you're ready to play. And Bald will coordinate with me when his team is ready. And we'll be good to go. That's all we need to do. Switch. They're setting out Lithania first up with Team 1. Oh my goodness, versus Becerrith who's just trying to play the game. Drink out of Becerrith immediately, trying to actually play. He's going to try to knock up the rogue, but I don't know if it's going to happen. With big immunity as Lithania just putting in the pressure on this evoker. Lithania, got to relax here, famous Becerrith, trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Looking to catch up on healing. Versus an Owl the Rogue as Evoker, that's a tough one, man. Gonna be an ambush out of the Rogue. Living Flame for Becerrith. I think trying to go for self-heal. Does have a pretty big poison on him. Looking for Nullified Shroud. It's gonna be immune to CC for just a second. Big damage on the Becerrith though. Trying to recover as the sleep is up on the Rogue. Becerrith still under a ton of pressure. Looking for big mastery. Master Shadow versus Rogue. Big Fire Breath. I don't know if the Rogue which landed. It's gonna be Deep Breath on top of it. Going for a bit of a heal. But I think the Rogue, oh my goodness, that's just so much damage. That is rough. That's sepsis, man. That sepsis is huge. Kragman tried to go for a big Rogue invasion out of Lithania. Did not say that song long at all after the Evoker's Deep Breath. Does get DR'd on the stuns. Wall for Kragman with a Barkskin, putting up all the defenses as Lithania got a couple of blades on him, trying to see if he can fight through the defenses with a Shadow Blades, and that's not Shadow Blades, but Shadow Dance. Ambushes piercing through the fellow's armor. Oh my goodness, the bites were big, but the ambushes were even bigger. with Zaprathor is going to be up next, trying to root out the rogue. Needs to find a way to root out the root of all evil out of this arena. If they can find them potentially. Is there still bleeds on the rogue? Looks like the rogue is clean. Definitely needs to get a flame shock on him at some point if possible. Zap looking to pick up the eyes. As long as he plays it very, very carefully, it doesn't overcommit cooldowns into the rogue, but also undercommit either, should be able to find him quite easily. Looking for Lentenia, looking for one pillar. If he looks over to the other side, maybe we'll be able to spot the rogue. I don't know if he has a root totem to maybe grasp him down into the ground, but potentially could find him. The eyes are, I think, up on the other side. Yeah, I like how the eyes are like, what? On that whole side of the pillar, whole side of the arena, not on the left side at all. So it makes it a little bit of a different dynamic. This area of the arena feels kind of like dead or empty in a way. Lentenia waiting in stealth, trying to recover as many cooldowns as possible. A Zap looking to pick up the next set of eyes. I think Lentenia is just going to wait until the Earth Elemental is gone entirely, just because Zap has extra health to work with while the Earth is active. Maybe could find the rogue. I think she'll be able to see her roll the bones. She'll be able to know that the rogue is kind of near the pillar. It's gonna be the rogue opening up without a stun yet into a root. It's gonna be Lentenia break it out of with a sprint, shrink it out of Zap, but it's gonna be Sepsis either way, knocking the rogue way out in the open. Zap trying to be very careful with that Sepsis poison as the ambushes and pistol shots are flying through. Gonna be a stun onto the rogue. Lentenia doing big damage over Zap. Made to go for as much life healing as possible. Trying to see if he can recover. Double stun onto the rogue with a waterfall. Got himself a big ascendance, but it's gonna be evasion out of the rogue potentially. Zap just needs to catch up to Lentenia fast enough and maybe going for a big strike, trying to go for big storm strikes. Can he do it though? Trying to make the storm strike happen. Big Hex looking for maybe getting interrupted, but it's going to be Lentenia taking him down. That's just a lot of raw damage out of this rogue. With Rav going to be up next, trying to go for a big barrage over the rogue. Just needs to slow him down a little bit, but he's trying to catch him. Can he do it though? Got plenty of damage on the ready with the ult time to follow him. Missiles, mad damage of the rogue. Does he go for the big barrage? The rogue trying to see if he can escape it. Touches the magic is going to slam on him at some point. Should put him out of stealth. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. Going to be a big cooldown reduction with shift to power for Rav. As Lentenia looking for a reset. Do they get a kidder shot towards Rav? I think it's going to be a blink. No, it's going to be Trinket instead. Lentenia trying to go for interrupt. Doesn't quite get it. It's going to be immune. Cloak shot is for the rogue. Trying to wait out that immunity from Rav. And the Rav, does he have enough damage to finish off the rogue? Maybe once you go for barrages, gouge the last second. Does the rogue escape it? I think Rav, if he has mobility, big barrage yet again. As long as he can get barrage in the rogue, he'll be okay. Missiles, barrage, still alive. How is it still alive? Ice block out of the mage as the rogue just keeps putting pressure. Missiles blind. Oh my goodness, this rogue just ain't going nowhere. Look at this guy. Rav just leaves. Rav just left. Hey, Ice block, he was like, you know what? I'm done. Rand is going to be the last one left. Has to find a way to fight through the rogue and the rest of Team Wadham. That is a rough one, man. That is rough. The Owl Rogue just not letting these boys play at all. Plays more like a sub rogue rather than... It's like a consistent sub rogue rather than like an Owl Rogue, really. Gonna be dance... Big burst! That was quick. Alright. I'm sorry, what? Ren, huh? I feel like this should count as a 1v5 for Ren because the mage did leave. But man, how do you... I do wonder if you're still running that build that you ran way back a while ago. Let's get another go in here, boys, yeah? I think Bald got a team ready. Yeah, Bald put me with the other team. Let's go, let's go. Bald is ready. And Beat says, put me on the other team. Maybe. Might not be a bad idea, actually. Just so somebody can fight versus Lentenia. So Bald is ready. Warthros lost to. It's okay. Who has the other team? Does, Yo, the Hermit Pride, lol. Oh no, it's all good. You did fine, fam. You did fine. Been out of these duels for a bit, but it's okay. It's rogues for you, you know? That's just rogues for you. Hit Blur and it didn't matter. They can... ambush, I think, goes past Blur, I believe. I need to get the... Beast. Is your team ready right now? Hold on, I added you earlier. It was as... Is the team ready? Let me know if team ready. Because Bald is ready. And if we have Baldwin, if your team is ready, my guy, we'll be good to go. Warthros, are you going to post your team back in the LFG? Are you posted back? Posted back up. Yeah. That team is posted back in the LFG. Some are leaving. Yo, Beat, if you join Team Warthros, they got two more than they need. Baldwin, if you want to join them as well, you guys can join in on that team as well. We'll get you versus Bald. Yeah. If you guys are fast enough, you may be able to join in with Warthros and Ren. Get a team here. They need two more. If you go quick enough, they need two more. In raids like a team. Listed in Raids Legacy. Search 5. And should be able to find them. They need 3 more now. Last 2. I'm gonna go though, gotta get more gear. Sounds good, Ren. All good. But yeah, Baldwin, if you want to join in, and Beat, if you guys want to join in with Worthless. 2 spots. Go quick enough, we'll get Baldwin here. Other team almost ready. Then I'm gonna queue your team. We have 3. So Worthless has 3. You guys have 3. But if 2, somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's gonna have to lose 2 people. Baldwin. Somebody's gonna have to lose 2 people. Because Worthless already has a team. We may need to consolidate. Somebody is not gonna be able to play, but if you go fast enough, you could probably join in Worthless team really quickly. Yeah, it may be one of those like first come first serve kind of deal. But consolidating everybody into one team probably would be better, I think, at this point. But it's up to you, boys. If you want to host like a separate team, you can. I just don't know where you have it listed, but Worthless does have it listed in Raids Legacy. I think it'd be better just to consolidate the teams. Somebody's not gonna be able to play, but Devin, if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. We have groups listed in Raids Legacy. Worthless and Beat are on one team. Looks like Beat joined in as well. You guys are more than welcome to join in. We have a group. So if you look up Raids Legacy, you type in 5 in the search, you should be able to find the group right there. Rogue, are you level 70? Okay, that was fair. That was fair. There it is. Just walked in, bam. All right, cool. Wait, can I get a immolation aura and just go for mad heal? Do you heal big off of these swines if I get meta? I don't know if I have enough here. Oh, you do get a big heal. There we go. Massive. I was wondering. But yeah, they need 2 more, boys. If you guys want to find them, Raids Legacy, they need 2 more. It'll be good to go. Everybody that were on Baldwin's team, or team with Beat, you guys are more welcome to join in. They need 2 more, and then Bald got a team, and then it should be ready to go as well. Uno mas. One more spot, boys. One more. Okay, full team. There it is. Beautiful. While you guys are getting that done, Worthless, let me know when you're ready. Yeah. Name 50. How many are we at? 3? Massive. We're ready. Let's go. Invite spectator match. Bald Worthless. Working request failed. That worked this time. Why does it keep saying war game request failed? Is Bald offline? Bald is online. Oh, that's why. Yo, okay, well, Bald, he has... Bald, can you pass lead to Chicago? Can you pass lead to Chicago? It's doing that real ID thing again. Yeah, if you pass lead to Chicago, I can just queue you. The Chicago is on your team. But I do have Chicago added. But remember about how it was like a real ID thing where you have like 2 accounts linked to 1 real ID, but if I try to queue up, it's trying to like do the other character than the one you're on right now in the group. Yeah. Promoted him? Okay. That'll work. Invite. Can I just find it again? There we go. Match. Worthless. Yeah, it happens. It's not your fault at all. It's the game like bugging out. Okay, now no target. Is Chicago not online? Chicago's on. Is Worthless on? Worthless. I missed. Oh yeah, I called, like I said Chicago, but like Chococago, like chocolate Chicago. Don't ask. It makes no sense to you guys, but I know I mistyped it. It's an important part. My fault. My B. Yo boys, another one tonight. Yeah. Looked like he used the totem in his opener. He may have actually. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. 54. Beautiful. I'm chocolate Ariel. Ah, you're a sweetie. Honestly. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I think I caught up with everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Yo, have fun, boys. Good luck. We still got Lentania being an absolute menace of a rogue, man. Can anybody stop this rogue at all? That's my question. Situation. Can anybody stop Lentania the rogue? Absolute menace. The outlaw rogue menace in the arena. Not a metaphor? Oh, really? I had no idea, Chicago. That's cool. I was literally meaning like you're sweet. I like hanging out with you in chat. We should do arenas together, by the way. Now that you got Shammy up and running, do some threes together, man. Viserys on the team too. We got Zapathorus, we got Beatman. Is he gonna be first up? Looks like he is, while BC is just gonna set up a board. Wait, no. I'm trying to figure out who's first or last, but it looks like Beatman is gonna be first. Where's the Demon Berry? Demon Hunter, oh, got himself that whole Phoenix set with the glowing blades, kind of matching. There's going to be another portal. Trying to see if we can go for another portal. Stunner to Beast Select, never get to go for another, but it's going to be Fierce Sigil right after Beast. He's getting control, but Immortal going to send Demon Berry out. Choosing to go for a trick either way. Big hunt of a Beast Select, but the Axtos, I think the hunt did connect, but the Axtos is going to stop him immediately. Do you ever use another portal? I don't think you ever got to use another portal. I think it's just a proper Tyrant. A proper main pet. I think BC maybe have realized that they made a mistake. They're like, you know what? Didn't do another portal. May still have to play through it either way. Wall, another portal getting used a little bit late. May not be as impactful, as effective, but Demon Berry still putting in the pressure. The Tyrant, the main pet, could still be very deadly. Actually, Demon Hunter may put on a back leg for a little bit into the darkness, but run out of darkness does spawn in. It's going to consume the demonic soul. Hoping for another demon. Needs to slay it right now. Beastly. Oh, the Pit Lord comes in and is going to be able to slam him down. As the Shibara was running to the aid of the Demon Hunter. Well, she was running to like attack him as well. You know, they get aggressive, but like they're to kind of aid him, but like in like a weird messed up way. Skills trying to go for a little bit of an honor duel. Beastly? Is it getting slowed down? I'm trying to figure out like, is it an honor duel? Is it not an honor duel? I think he just gotta go. I think he's trying to go for an honor duel, but I think he's just gotta go, man. He's trying to make that vow happen either way. Look at this guy. Take a few hits. Even used Avatar. He wasn't sure like exactly, wait, are we going? Are we not going? Used Avatar. Still wanted to be honorable. What a gentleman right there. Beastly. Trying to see if they can potentially get a setup versus skills. Not gonna have another portal. Does have a time come back over soon for skills. Why he's got cooldowns, he should be able to make a play. Does go for Zerker Rage to break out of the fear. Charred, but an Axel is going to stop him. Does go for Rage Gen. Needs to turn around and start swiping health from these pets if possible. Big heal. There's going to be potentially a Tyrant coming up. Bisa is going to go for a stun versus skills. Definitely start bloodthirsting all these pets as soon as possible. Taking lots of damage. He's going to go for Valkyr, but does go down. That is unfortunate. Was that the Valkyr a horn trinket? Potentially Billy? Oh no, Billy joining it in, dude. Me and Billy did a couple of arenas together, and I was like, you know what? I can compete in these 5v5 duels. Starting to give himself a big ramp versus Beastly. He got himself big demonic golden eyes. Axtos, but Beastly before Billy can get himself. I think he still got the turn either way. Beastly does have all the pets on him. Trying to go for a turn. Big Pit Lord right on top of him. Doesn't even get to charge out at him right next to him. Trying to go for big drain stone into Billy, but I think it's just down. Oh! And Billy does end up taking him out with a full ramp of demons. Demonology Warlock ramp is brutal. It is deadly. Is there going to be Beatman next? I think Beatman was going to be ready next. But maybe dampening is getting kind of high. 11%. If it's you next, you guys got to go. Is it Viserys? Is it Lithanium? Looks like it is Viserys versus Billy. Going to try to see if he can go for a shatter. Big mastery in the opener. Is he going to go for big fire damage? The fire damage is still decent enough. Big deep breath to follow off of that shatter. Trying to go for a bit of self-heal. Rune to Billy. As the man is looking to build up a bit more of a demonic armor right now. Double-handed gold down. Living flame up for Viserys. Does get hit with an axe. Billy taking a bit of damage overall though. Does take a bit of a hit. Disintegrate right after. Trying to see if he can burn Billy down as best as he can. Disintegrate doing work. Trying to go for Shroud. But the man may be in a bit of a tight spot. Trying to go for self-heal. May need to use wall. Potentially even immunity. Just trying to avoid Billy. Using the mobility to catch up on some healing. Does not have much in terms of survivability besides wall and potentially immunity, but he doesn't have renew and blaze anymore, which will give him healing as he takes damage. Sleep onto Billy, able to control the Warlock while Dark Practice on him. Maybe Viserys can go for a little bit of a self-heal, trying to dissipate away from Billy, just looking for a bit of a reheal. Wall is used, does have the Shroud, so cannot be stunned properly. And Bill does set up himself a full set of portals over there. Viserys just trying to see if he can deal with the pets, maybe take him down a peg, just looking for more recovery, maybe looking for a bit more procs. The pet is eventually going to go down if you just let it get disintegrated back there. 11 Flames do help him survive. Bill does have himself a Tyrant at the ready, so you could go for a big Tyrant play. Hand to go down to follow, trying to go for a setup. Does he have the access to lock down the Evoker? He does. Stun as well, locks him out of Frosty spells. Bill needs a Mortal Coil as soon as possible. Does for himself the big setup. Shadow Bolts as the Viserys is an immunity. Mortal Coil right after as he's super low. I think it's about to get him. Oh! Bill getting a 2 in a row. Let's go. Who's up next? Is it Linthenia Zap potentially? Maybe Zap. Beatman already has himself. He has himself wings. This is the ready, but Zap is going to be up next instead, sending out the Demon Dog versus Zap, but he's sending out Ghost of his own Dark Pact. Bill will need to use mobility in order to escape this if possible. Big damage on the Zap, does go for a Trinket, potentially massive Storm Strike, mad damage on the Storm Strike is taking him out. Oh my goodness. With Chicago going to be up next, Bill did hold his own in the arena there. Doesn't get to join these so often. I'll take it into it. That's pretty decent. That's solid. Especially for how brutal the duels are right now with the Empathy being so high up, Bill. I mean, it's so much harder to go for like a proper 1v5. Like getting 2 in a row, that's solid. That's very decent. Chicago versus Zap, are they both playing the same build? I think they may be playing a similar build. Unless Chicago swapped out to Ellie Wolves. Yes, Chicago did swap to Ellie Wolves. Trying to see if he can play for more of a lightning storm and a bit of fire. Gonna be Zap out of Zap for Thoris. Try to see if he can bail out of there as best as possible. Maybe waiting until he can get some cooldowns together. Does play into Sky Fury. I don't know if... So does Sky Fury help physical damage attacks too? Is it all attacks do more crit damage? Or was it only spells? I think they may have changed it over time. Stun into Chicago with the Panda Racial. Probably going to be double stun Trinket. Big Ascendance for Zap. Does he have enough damage? You're trying to see if he can blast right through Chicago. Is it going to be enough? They're looking for a bit of self-heal as the wall is out for the Shaman. Both of them Shamans, really. And they blast into Chicago. Kind of lowish on health. Zap, does he have any more damage? Does he have any more pressure? Maybe in a bit of a tight spot. Chicago looking for the full recovery. Another Ascendance proc for Zap. Does play to Ascendance procs. Knocking Chicago back as they're leaping back right over. Zap does play into the Ascendant Storm Strike build, so if you can get enough of those proccing back to back, he'll be in a great spot. Trinket on Chicago. Zap may be in a bit of trouble. Needs to go for as much self-healing as possible. I don't really know if you can do it at this point, and Ellie Blast is going to take it down. Chicago going back to the roots of the Elemental Enhancement. Ventrios, I think... Wait, no, it's not Ventrios next. It's either going to be Beat or Linthenia. It looks like Beat is waiting for Linthenia, but honestly, Beat is literally glowing with... He's literally glowing in this arena. Honestly, I was gonna say let Beat go next. Let Beat go next. Leave Linthenia on the clear beauty. It's a T. Or Desva. I have no idea. Maybe it's telling him he can go? Because it is a paladin. I say, yeah, I think the rogue maybe could do okay in a cleanup duty. With all the cloaks and the vanish, maybe cheat death. Chicago is gonna be up next versus Beat. Charging out, Thunder immediately. Was that a grounding totem? I think it might have been. Blind by Beat. Is he going to go for big damage? Chicago, is he going to get hit with a Execute Sentence? I don't think Sentence this time around for Beat. Doing something different. He's going to blast at Chicago. Mad damage. Is it enough that Chicago got himself a heal? Wall. I don't know if much survivability can be done at 37% dampener. Looking for a heal either way though. And that's going to be a big Execute Sentence. Is it going to be enough? Beat just needs to put enough pressure in Chicago. There's no escape in the Execute Sentence. I think, oh, does get cleaved down together. Wake of matches as the Execute Sentence slams down. With Ventrios going to be up next. Shadow Priest can do a lot of damage. Blend into PI. Disperse available. Does have himself a Siphon as well to help reduce the healing of the enemy target. So any kind of healing that Beatman has, it is going to be heavily reduced. But we'll see. Ventrios does play. Shadow Priests do play into a partial like healing build where they want to heal themselves in order to stay afloat. So it may be quite difficult versus Beatman. But we'll see if they can do it. Is going to probably reposition. Maybe just needs himself a better position. Is going to get some dots as Beatman tried to cut the gap in the middle. It is going to go for a Trinket. As soon as he got dotted, look at those dots, man. 10% more damage on damage over time effects. That could be good. That could be quite powerful. I think it was DP and everything. If you keep those dots there long term, that would be fantastic. Siphon getting eliminated quickly. Going to be Ventress. Get hit with a Hodge, but chooses not to Trinket. He knows there's going to be a blind right after him. Fear onto Beatman. Does get himself a bit of a breather. Not super far behind her health either. Is going to go for mad damage. Trying to go for as much output. Is going to go for the Trinket and nothing just now. That's a bit unfortunate. May have put him behind here because next CC chain could be bad. Blind. Missed by Beatman. Oh, wait. Actually, I guess that works out. I guess now you have Trinket and the blind kind of traded. The blind missed, but he Trinketed nothing. So I guess like... equal matchup, I guess. I don't really know what to say. But Beatman still dotted up, has the Void Eruption, the Exhausted Eruption, hitting him back to back. Maybe a perfect opportunity for Vandals to go for a big setup. Beatman does cleanse himself of all the dots. Gonna be mind games. Can't really go to heal himself. This is where you would have needed the Dark Iron Racial stun onto Vandals. Does have a disperse. Wants to use it early. Does Beatman commit execute settings for post disperse? Is gonna have execute settings rolling in. The hammer hovering above your head. Anxiety is building up. Bubble for Beatman. Vandals could take a lot of damage. Does take a bit though. Just have a fear for Beatman right now. He needs something out of this situation. I think maybe down. Oh, Beatman does end up taking him out. Well done, well done. That was a clutch one. I don't know what happened to the trinket at the blind either, but man, it's just that switch, that flip. Billy with 2, couple of Warlocks playing the game, Shamans popping up. Just about everybody gets to play that one, yeah? Let's go, boys. I like it, I like it. Let's get another going, yeah? Suddenly he's a trinket. All good, Devil, all good. First time in a duels, man, but it's okay. It was a trade either way. Chat, if you guys still have a teams, let's go again. I'm down for one more. I'm down for one more. Do. Oh yeah, I feel you with this. Yeah, that I can totally see that. Gotta go 2-1 for those. Alright, bold is done, so I think we're gonna call it here, boys. Because unless Chicago wants to still hold on. Wait, Chicago can still hold on to the group. Wait, hold on. Chicago is still lead of the group. We can still need one more. Chicago just needs to list themselves. If Water still has a 5-man and Chicago has a 4-man and they get a +1, we can still keep going. We can do one more. Chicago has been judged unworthy. Chicago is worthy in my eyes. Permanently. But yeah, Warthos, I feel you on that one, man. Like, it's one of those things like, what could you do, right? What could you do? But yeah. That's about all I'll say. Chicago, how we doing? I'm outie? Okay. Well, so Chicago's outie and Bald is outie. We'll call it there, boys. Yo, thank you everybody for coming by and enjoying the duels, boys. It's been super fun. I enjoyed these a ton. Everybody, thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I had a lot of fun in these duels, man. A ton of fun in these duels. It's super fun hanging out with all of you boys. Yo, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever you end up celebrating, boys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming by. I'll join the for level 70 because I'm gonna get all try. One of the furrows level 70. Oh, we call it here. Groups going night. Yeah, all good. That make the UI a little bigger than normal? No, I think it's 72 is what I normally have, right? Okay, I think that is normal. Never mind. But yeah, boys, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for a happy year. You guys enjoy Christmas with either family or holidays with the family, whatever you guys celebrate. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Yo, this year has been a hell of a year, but hopefully this expansion will be a good one, man. They got a big plan for what they want to do. I got some videos I gotta work on too. We gotta start putting some guides out there, man. We got that AOTC. I feel pretty comfortable with Rogue. I feel like I can start putting stuff out now, but I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Time for 24 hours on the Exactly, dude. Exactly. Time to go watch Die Hard. You know what I mean? That's a Christmas movie right there. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Next week, we're still doing duels. Next week is New Year's stuff, but we'll still host some duels, man. We'll have the EU duels, we'll have NA duels, and the timing for it I know EU, New Year's is big for them, massive. So it's going to be day before the New Year, so we should still be able to get some groups. And then for NA, I think it's the day of New Year's as well, so we should still be able to get some boys in here. That hurt to, yeah, it's so good, man. So far, so good. Yeah, and they got a plan too for this expansion. They got a roadmap. They got changes on 10.05 PTR coming up. So I'm very, very excited, man. If they can keep doing the same job they've been doing so far and keep being communicative about it, like this could be the expansion, man, to bring back World of Warcraft back to the top. I'm excited personally. I'm really excited about that. Also, that's a good looking appearance for the female trolls, actually. I should probably do something like that on my Warlock. That could be kind of good looking. Maybe there's a nothing blue eyes make it even better, but I gotta try that at some point. Chat, thanks so much, boys. You guys are wonderful. Beautiful. Happy holidays. I'll probably be hanging out in the guild Discord, maybe get a couple of keys done after I get some food or whatever. But for the most part, I'm chilling tonight, man. We're taking it easy. I'm just gonna get a couple of these duels out. Thank you all. You guys are beautiful. Thanks so much for coming by. You guys are awesome. I'll see all of you boys next time, alrighty? You guys have a wonderful, wonderful... Oh, well, let me put you over here. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, man. Tomorrow, likely no stream. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, so probably just gonna be chilling, hanging out, playing some WoW, just doing the regular, resting. Need to catch up on sleep if I can. Alrighty, you guys have a beautiful... I'll see you all next time. See you Monday, yeah? We will go back to like getting our ults taken care of and whatnot. For Mythic Plus. Also gotta level some ults, man. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Alrighty, boys. Peace.
Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's a knife for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. No, but the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the pain, yeah, I was covered in a tidal wave, but I'm a fighter. Trying to take me down, I'm going higher. Baby, you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you will see what you made of me. Found my inner peace. You are duelists in the dead of night. In the dead of night. Baby, when the sword die, you know it's an eye for eye. Feel the energy align, and the showdown's mine. In the dead of night, in the dead of night, in the dead of night. You can save your alibi. I already know you lied. Oh no, no, don't even try. Watch the flame in me again.